guys know what time it is, right? When does do I have any French fuckers in here? When does Macron or whatever actually take office? Do they do it like right up to the election, or is it like in a couple months, or is it in a few weeks, or what? Uh-oh.
Top news story on CNN. I'm not even lying. I'm reading this headline news at CNN. The Trump exhaustion plaguing the GOP. This is supposed to be the main news site, like one of the main unbiased news sites. Trump exhaustion. Wow, that sounds like a real thing and a news story, right? What? You know, it's... And
Wait, what?
top news story on CNN. I'm not even lying. I'm reading this headline news at CNN. The Trump exhaustion plaguing the GOP. This is supposed to be the main news site, like one of the main unbiased news sites. Trump exhaustion. Wow, that sounds like a real thing and a news story, right? What? You know, it's... And every day I open up the news and it's just like the biggest, craziest spins. Top news story on...
What? Okay. Alright, some shady. 6 minutes. You're on.
Oh shit, what up?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Can you hear me alright with my blue microphone?
I can hear you beautifully on your blue microphone.
Okay, cool. You're coming good on my
Unfortunately, you
stand
sound
high.
like a fucking Brit bonger. I thought you were
Oh.
a good American boy. God damn.
Oh, dog, you're ignorant. I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, same thing. Alright, go ahead.
A close stream. So somebody flamed you on Reddit about being retarded about the janitor memes. The girl.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that she was completely in the right. She could have done whatever she wanted, really.
I don't know if I would say she was completely in the right. She probably could have acted a little nicer, maybe, but for the most part, yeah.
So my and how much of the blame goes on the dude?
For what?
Like, is he at fault at all for the way he spoke to her?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I would disagree there because no matter what he said, she would have fucked him. Like, she had a motive to talking to him, so he could have said, yes, ma'am, sweet as, right? Like, there's nothing he could have said to have a better outcome.
Wait, can you type something in chat real quick?
I closed chat because I don't want to get fucking haha.
You're not a tier 4 sub, are you?
I ran out.
What the fuck, dude? Why aren't you donating me tens of thousands of dollars? You're a millionaire, right? I imagine, because you can read people's minds. You can tell the future. You know exactly how shit to respond in the future. You should take that skill and go to the stock market, my dude.
So actually, I'm pretty poor, but I got a scholarship for my master's, so I'm pretty good.
Like, you understand how ridiculous, like, we're starting off, right? Like, literally, like, well, if he would have acted this way, I can tell you with 100% certainty that she would have acted another way. How can you possibly back that statement up?
So he didn't get fired or pinged for the way he spoke to her. He got like his third warning for being 8 minutes early. It had nothing to do with the conversation they had. So him speaking would have had no result.
If he would have acknowledged that he made a mistake, it's possible that it wouldn't have happened, that he wouldn't have been disciplined. I don't know. It doesn't sound like his first mistake, but
yeah, that's possible. But I
mean, even if he did get written up for coming in early, I mean, that's a valid write-up. I mean, what?
I mean, even if he did apologize, he should still be written up because he did something bad, right?
Probably, yeah. But he would get more leniency being kind. It's kind of like if a police officer pulls you over for, let's say a police officer pulls you over for not coming to a complete stop at a stop sign, right?
Yeah, sure.
At the point that he pulls you over, he has full rights to give you a ticket. Now, if you're super courteous, if you're kind, if blah, 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 you blah, whatever, right? It's possible that he'll let you slide. Cops do this shit all the time. They can exercise a great degree of discretion when they pull people over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being nice, I got the nitrous blue one. Being nice isn't a guarantee to get you out of anything. You can't guarantee that you will, right? And being mean might guarantee that you do get the punishment. But whether or not you're going to be punished, it's already kind of a foregone thing. Like, you've already kind of earned the punishment. So, I mean, past that point, I don't...
Yeah. So I agree with that point, but I don't think to say that he should have acted in, like, any other way, like being real polite or more submissive than what he already was, is good. I don't think it would have been feasible. Like, the way she started the conversation was very like parental mode, right? Like, if you look at the I linked it in chat before, the transactional analysis.
I remember spending one day on transactional analysis after we went over Freudian shit, and the thing that the gist I got from that was that it was like a meme spin-off of Freudian stuff, and that nobody really uses it for like actual. Is this like an actual meme that you really want to dive into?
I mean, I think the ego states are pretty good to go into, right?
Okay.
Like, if
can you how on earth are you supposed to get a boss employee disciplinary action where, because I don't remember much of it, but in TA isn't like the optimal thing, you always want adult to adult interaction.
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to discipline somebody who isn't accepting responsibility for anything in an adult to adult transactional analysis interaction or whatever?
So let's look at the context here. She's disciplining him for leaving 8 minutes early because she needed him in those last 8 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what job, what work would he be required, which would have only taken 8 minutes and he still would have been able to leave on time, right? Like, if you're calling me in to do a job and I'm not even to do it, like, and I have to leave on time, I'm still packing my fucking shit, right? Like, I'm getting changed, taking off my work boots, right? Like, I'm still packing down. There's no job that she couldn't have done within that 8 minutes, regardless.
Are you sure this is the argument that you want to go with?
That she
like,
wanted.
This argument is ridiculous, dude.
You're in a parent ego state right now, this sneak one.
Because you're acting like a child. Like, so if you're working a job and you're clocking out at 3:30 and your boss is at 3:15 trying to get a hold of you because you got to get something done, do you just dip and go, dude, there's nothing I could have done in 15 minutes, all right, I just fucking left? Do you really think that that's an acceptable answer to anything like that?
But it wasn't like that, right? Because he came in 15 minutes early.
That doesn't matter.
So actually,
wait, why do you think the 15 minutes early matters?
So I live in the Netherlands, so at the moment, so in my old job I could come in. Yeah, I had like flexible hours, whatnot, right? Like,
okay,
it's a pretty big trend.
First of all, this is happening in the United States. Secondly, we have enough in this conversation to establish that he doesn't have flexible hours.
I think he wouldn't have done it if he knew that it wouldn't be all right. Just to assume that he was doing it out of disrespect or to provoke her or whatever
I never
other reason.
assumed he
I
was
think
doing it
just
out of
generally,
disrespect or to provoke her. Doing a job isn't. You don't need like intent. You don't have to prove malintent in order to get in trouble for breaking the rules, right? If somebody doesn't bust a table properly or clean something properly, you don't discipline them because you assume they did it to spite the manager. You discipline them to hopefully correct the behavior and hope it doesn't happen again. I never claimed that he came in early or left early to spite the attendant or whatever, but I don't think that matters.
I don't think he left early to piss her off or anything, right? Like,
No, I don't think so, but I don't think that's relevant at all.
well, she's using it to get him fired, or I think the follow-up video was that he was forced to resign.
Yeah, sure. But
So if she,
why do you think he what do you think he did wrong in this conversation?
um, he acted very predictably. He fell for her bait the way she spoke to him. Like, if you're going to talk to me, and like that, I will probably respond the same way that he did. I think it's very predictable in human behavior, right? Like, she's just responsible enough for how he reacts, right? Like, if she spoke to him differently, he would have responded differently, right? Like, unless you're speaking the same to everyone else. Well, actually, you do that a little bit, but like, you
I mean, how did
the way
she
you
bait
speak,
him into defending him breaking employee conduct? How did she bait him into doing that?
the way she speaks to him, getting those yes and no answers, just wanting a straight, give me a yes, yes, like, the binary responses, and you couldn't say anything else, right? That is very undermining. It's talking down to, it's condescending.
Okay, when you have rules in places, right? I guess maybe this sounds condescending, but there's not wiggle room on something. I guess, like, to use a restaurant comparison, if you go to the back as a supervisor and you see a giant rack of meat sitting in an uncooled area, right? If it's not being refrigerated, and you go forward and you're very upset because meat is expensive, and you ask an employee, how long did you leave that sitting out? And he starts with, well, I walked it from the bakery 30 minutes ago, or like, oh, well, I had it in the fridge, but I was moving it, right? If he starts like, these aren't the answers you're concerned with, because the regulation doesn't matter where you were doing or what, right? It's just, I need an answer, like, how long has this been out? Period.
Okay.
So you answer with a time, right?
Totally. So in the situation where they are in, like just in the office at the school, probably after hours, because I think he got called back in because it was on the same day, there is no urgency here. He doesn't need to spit out yes, no, yes, no, yes, ma'am. He's literally just thinking out loud, going through the process of what happened. And I don't think you should punish him. Like,
he's not being punished for that. He's not being punished for the conversation. He's being punished because he broke the rules and he didn't even acknowledge that he broke them.
I don't think she should have repeated the question so many times because he was thinking out loud. He
Sure,
was going through if he did all those thoughts in his head and just took the time off and, like, didn't respond instantly, she would probably be like, well, what do you have to say? Well, like, it's very provocative the way she was talking to him. She was completely, like, she was just a bitch, dude.
I mean, so I can agree that maybe she was a little bit aggressive during the conversation, but that's like her only sin in this conversation, which is far outweighed by the numerous horrible, indefensible fuck-ups of the employee.
What, like 8 minutes early is an indefensible fuck up?
Clocking in early, okay, is typically not allowed in a job. You don't want somebody clocking in early. They're not supposed to be on the clock early. Why would you want them clocking in early? Firstly. Secondly, letting somebody into the building without authorization from the building owner or from your boss when that person doesn't have a key, okay? That's a pretty big deal because there's a chance, I don't know how his specific employment works here, but I know that for other areas that I've worked in, if you let somebody into a building early and something goes wrong, you are assuming all the liability for shit that happens at that point, all right?
Sure.
These are two very, very big mistakes. Three, he thought that because I'm just listening to all this. I'm just gish with me real quick. Okay, three, he left early because he came in early, and he assumes that that's okay, even though nobody gave him permission to. 4, instead of taking responsibility for any of these things, he deflects to other people doing it and says, well, if you're going to punish me, you got to punish everybody else, right? These are horrible employee traits. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so for point 1, clocking in early. Why is that bad? Like, let's go through it. The situation there is the fire emergency guys, right? So the fire fire truck has to go in. To me, that is in the state of an emergency, right? They have to do something.
No, what? It was just for a fire drill.
Like, if a police officer said, "Hey, come into my," they're wearing suits, they're in a position of authority. They will tell me, "Hey, I need to get into your building." I'm going to let them in, right? Like,
What,
like,
this,
no, sorry.
you're describing a situation that never happened. So, firstly, okay, it wasn't an emergency. They were there for their like daily fire drill or whatever. If firemen, or police,
fire drill.
not daily, whatever drill they had to do. Do you really think that firemen or policemen show up and call the building people to get in?
I think they have a better fucking things to do than wait around for 15 minutes because your boss wants to, save
It doesn't matter what.
Wage.
First of all, they probably don't because they're fucking firefighters, okay? And 90% of the time, they chill out in their fucking fire departments and manage their other businesses anyway, doing fuck all. Firstly, okay. Secondly, if they've got better things to do, then why did they show up early? It's scheduled for 8:30, okay? No firefighter or policeman or anybody in emergency services has the right to show up to your business early or even to a public place early and go like, "Hey, let us in. We're here 15 minutes early. We got shit to do." Like, what the fuck? No, dude. You scheduled the fire drill. If you scheduled the fire drill and the building opens at 6:30, they show up 15 minutes early, then they can all sit in the parking lot and jerk themselves off. That's fine. You don't have to. There's no compulsion to let them in early. It's not an emergency situation.
There's no compulsion. It's not compulsory.
You're saying that the guy had to let them in early. Why?
I'm saying he has the option to do so, and he can do it without being punished.
Why? No, he can't. He's not supposed to clock in until 6:30, so he shouldn't be entering the building before then, probably. And then two, he shouldn't be letting anybody in that's not like part of the school that needs to be there before 6:30. That's not his job. That's not his call to make.
I mean, so how much of a employee's decision making is his own decision? Like, how much like power is given to him
to break the rules? Oftentimes, none.
I mean, I obviously didn't know the rules well enough.
Sure,
right?
he didn't, and that's why she asked him multiple times to see if he understood. When are you scheduled to be in here? I am the boss. I make your schedule. Okay, you don't let anybody in.
That's her putting the blame on him, saying, "Hey,
because it's his fault. It's your job to know the rules as an employee. What do you mean? It's his fault."
Yeah, but I don't think he was under the assumption that he was going to get fucking pinged for leaving 8 minutes early or coming in 15 minutes earlier. Like,
and he
might. I come to work 15 minutes earlier. They're just like, "Hey, well, it's before your salary. Like, we can't pay you an extra 15 minutes of time."
Okay. Maybe I can't speak to fucking New Zealand, but in the United States, that's not how that works. You never want unclocked in employees off the clock on the premises. You don't want that because there's a lot of weird liability and shit that can go on there. If the employee hurts themselves, you're fucked, okay? Because now he's hurting himself on your premise and he's not clocked in. If the employee does some fucked up shit or fucks around or does something, like a whole new different set of shit has to go on.
Yeah, like, he's not gonna get fucked up, dude, because he's got the emergency services right next to him. So if something happens, they're already there.
Okay, listen, I'm texting and driving. I'm not gonna get in an accident, dude. I promise I won't. Accidents don't happen on purpose.
Yeah, but if you're in an ambulance, it's fine because they can just take you there, dude.
Do you think emergency? Oh my god.
So I'll get to your second point there.
Wait, no. Well, no, we're not moving on the first point until you understand that you're unequivocally wrong, okay? You do not have the right. If you are working security for a building or something, and that building opens at 6:30 a.m., okay, and firefighter policemen show up, you don't have the right to go up early and open the door to let them in. Maybe you can, and maybe you won't get in trouble for it. I mean, that's possible, but you don't have that right as if you're not allowed to open that building till 6:30.
Right. So you can't make that call because you haven't seen his contract. I think he opens up the school, right? He's the janitor. He opens up the school first thing in the morning, right? That's his job.
Okay, why are you telling me with 100% certainty that he definitely can do that, and then telling me that I can't say that he can't, even though his boss said he couldn't because I haven't seen the contract?
I'm not saying I haven't seen the contract. You haven't seen the contract.
No, but I heard her say multiple times that he's not allowed to do it. So, I mean, I think it's a fair assumption to say that he's probably not allowed to do it, unless you want to say that she was making up rules for the purpose of the conversation.
She has the flexibility on it regardless, right?
Okay, so you think she's just making up rules to win the argument?
I think she wanted him out, and I think she was pinging on any little rule she could get to get him out of for whatever reason. She didn't want him to be an employee anymore, and I don't think he could have changed that with any tone or anything he said in the conversation.
No, at that point he'd already been in the wrong.
Yeah, so the way he spoke to her doesn't matter because he was fucked.
The problem is that you're trying to focus on tone when the problem with the employee was conduct. The problem wasn't that he wasn't polite. The problem was that he didn't acknowledge a single mistake.
It wouldn't have mattered
Maybe it
regardless.
wouldn't have, but it doesn't matter. He's already fucked up. I know that from my point of view as a supervisor, it would have mattered. If I've got an employee that's not even acknowledging a mistake, that's somebody that I want to start a paper trail on immediately, because this is somebody that needs to get fired ASAP. You never, ever, ever, ever want to work with an employee that doesn't acknowledge mistakes. It's a fucking disaster waiting to happen. So, I mean, it's possible that he would have gotten in the same amount of trouble, sure, but it can only go one way with him acknowledging mistakes. He's never going to get in worse trouble for saying, I understand, I shouldn't have come in early. My bad, I won't do that again. I understand, I shouldn't have left early. That was my bad, I won't do it again. If he did that, there is a chance that maybe she would have been like, all right, go ahead, leave. That's cool, or whatever, right? That's possible. It's not going to get any worse for him, and it can only get better. But, he's already fucked up at that point. It's not like he's earning new punishments by having that conversation.
Yeah, so I think there'd be two reasons there. He could have done, just said, yes, ma'am, whatever, ma'am. But the way she spoke to him was, he just naturally did it. Maybe it's a false equivalency, but if you punch a dog and it bites you, it's probably your fault for provoking the dog. A lot of the way you're speaking to me, if I didn't say retarded shit, you wouldn't be yelling at me, right? There is some...
Okay, but this is like saying that, I'm walking outside and I'm wearing red, but a murderous pit bull has already escaped his yard and comes over and attacks me. And then you're like, well, dude, you are wearing red. And I'm like, okay, maybe that would have made a difference if I wasn't, but the guy already fucking escaped the yard. He's already made the big error.
So the fact that she's murderous pit bull for him leaving 8 minutes early, to me is okay, this shit.
No, she's not the murderous. No, dude. Oh my God. Okay, let me break that. No. Hold on. I've got to analogy the analogy. Okay, so if a murderous pit bull breaks out of a yard, okay, and comes to fuck somebody up, that, full stop, is a serious error. Now, there are other things I guess you could possibly do to aggravate it at that point in time. Maybe wearing a certain color or acting in a certain way could do it, but the dog's already broken out. That's on the fucking dog. Past that point, the dog has already made a serious fucking mistake. So the analogy to this situation is he already came in early and left early. That was his serious mistake. Now, how he acts past that point, may help him a little bit, but he's already made a serious fucking error.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. But the intention that she had for the conversation, the way he talked, had no other response. He could literally, she put him in a situation where he could actually literally only say yes.
What?
Did you come into work early? Did you come to work early? Did you come into work?
And he lied about it. In the first 30 seconds of the video, he's telling a lie. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So he still has agency. He's still just as much as a part of her environment that she is of his, right? So the way he acts triggers the way she acts. If he's gonna be a little piece of shit, she's gonna be a piece of shit back, right?
Okay.
But she came in there with the condescending tone when he was being very adult about it. And
he was being adult about it by lying to her in the first 30 seconds of the video when she hadn't even been rude yet?
I gotta rewatch the first 30 seconds of the video.
Sure, link it in chat.
So, what are your hours?
My hours is from 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
Okay. Why did you leave today at 2:45?
I didn't leave at 2:45.
You did.
I did not leave at 2:45.
Yeah.
We were calling you.
When I left, it was
What time-
2:45.
what
I
time do
didn't
you
leave at
think you
2:45.
left?
Okay, he said he didn't leave at 2:45. She said they tried to call him at 2:45, and then he went on to well, I left at 2:52.
She knew he left at 2:52, right?
How do you know that she knows that?
I think she says it later in the video. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she acknowledges those.
No, she never acknowledges that. She says 2:45 was when they tried to contact him, and he never responded.
I mean, if they've got a check-in and check-out system, then they should know exactly.
Maybe he doesn't clock in or out. Maybe he's a salaried employee.
Then he's hired to do a job, not by hour.
Salaried
As long as
employees have hours. In the United States, they do. Maybe it's different in New Zealand.
Fully,
But
no,
in the
yeah,
United
because in the
States, salaried
janitor role.
employees. What?
In a janitor role, yeah, I guess.
What? In any job. I mean, some might not have specific hours, but in service level jobs, you typically have very precise hours as a salary. Even as a supervisor or a manager, even if you're salaried, you will have specific hours that you're expected to be there. I mean, there might be some jobs where you don't as a salaried employee, but that just because you're salaried doesn't mean you don't have hours ever.
Yeah, so you've just got to be there within the hours. But if you don't do the job, then you still got to get the job done, right? Like,
I
it's
mean,
clear.
it'll depend from job to job. It depends.
When I left, when I was
What
leaving out
time do
that
you
door,
think you left?
when I was leaving out that door, it
What
was
time do you think you left?
2:52 when I was going out that door.
Because you left early.
I didn't leave early because I was here early.
What time?
So at 45 seconds, he says, I didn't leave early because I was here early.
right.
After just saying that he left early.
But I don't think that
Oh,
would
I'm sorry.
be-
You live in the Netherlands, not New
lie.
Zealand. I keep saying New Zealand. My bad.
I'm from New Zealand, but I'm studying in the Netherlands.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
A French passport and a New Zealand passport. Yeah, I think just the way like she was speaking to him, there was no other way he was going to just keep his cool.
So if your boss asks you, what time are you supposed to be here? That sends you into an unmitigated fit of rage. You just can't handle it. You just break down and start screaming, and all logical faculty shuts down in your
So
mind.
the fact that there's a lot more that's in a vacuum in this case. He's obviously anticipating something bad happening. That's why he's got the video camera on, right? Like, you're trying to pull shit into a vacuum when there are other signals and variables to go into it. They have a previous relationship here, so maybe there are situations.
Okay, so just so I understand you, maybe she has like a giant fucking bat, and every time she says, what are your hours, she pulls it out. And so he's used to being physically beaten, and so when she asks that, it sends his mind into into disarray. Is that...
There are situations, yeah. Well, like it would.
Can you
he
give
probably
me
feels-
one hypothetical situation where her
Okay.
asking what his
Maybe-
hours are sends him into a total...
Maybe where it doesn't matter what I say because I'm going to get fired anyway. So I might as well vent off a little bit, right? That would be one of my situations because there'd be no repercussions of what I'm going to say since I'm going to get fired anyway.
Okay,
Just like
but
this
the
situation,
problem
actually.
is he's already broke the rules. So how is he going to say, well, I was going to get fired anyway? Well, maybe you were, but you already broke the rules, right?
But you asked me for a situation, and I gave you one where I would probably act like a piece of shit to my boss. Would be if I acted
Okay,
really
sure.
nice. It would
Okay,
have a
then,
difference.
okay, well, if that's the scenario you want to go in, then fine. Then this guy already knows he's going to get fired because he's fucked off too much on the job, and he knows he's fucked around enough to get fired anyway. I mean, we can...
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So the second point you brought up was about like if he lets him in the fire truck in, then he is liable, right? Which is his decision. He's liable for any damages the fire truck does,
Okay.
or letting the people in early. So I don't really think using that second point is supporting your argument, right? Like.
What? No, this is why you don't act unilaterally as an employee and you follow corporate policy. It protects the company and it protects you.
So he would be liable if any damages were caused because he let them in and they had rules in place, right? But so he can make the decision that he wants to be liable. He's allowed to take the risk as long as he just deals with
That's
the
not how
repercussions.
liability works. I can't crash into somebody on the street and then say, it's okay, I've got liability insurance on my car, I'll cover it.
It's not about the insurance. No, it's not about the insurance. But like, if you want to be drinking and driving and you cause an accident, you're liable for it.
Yeah, but just because you
Well-
assume liability doesn't mean that you, one, should, or two, can even cover the costs of it.
But it's up to the individual, right? Like, I'm not saying that it's financially feasible.
No,
if
that's not.
something
No,
goes
that's
wrong
not
or
how
but
liability
he's-
works. No, if somebody is having like maybe a medical problem or something, and I run up to them and I offer to like help them or some shit, right? And I assume liability over them, and they fucking die or some shit, like, and I have no medical training or anything whatsoever. I'm not qualified to do it. Like, you can't just be like, well, he assumed liability. I mean, he wanted to. It was up to him. Like, well, no, you're gonna get fucked if you assume liability and you're not supposed to. Like, what the fuck?
So yeah, well, I'm not denying that he wouldn't get fucked if something did go wrong and he let them in early, right? But he can still choose to take the risk.
Okay, sure, and he did take the risk, and he got caught by his boss, and he got fucked for it because he wasn't allowed to do it.
I don't think he isn't not allowed to do it. I think that if he does do it, then he's liable for it, right? Like there's a difference between, hey, you can do it, but if you get hurt, it's on you, right? Like it's not so much that
Wait,
you
what?
can't do it. He can let people into the school, and if anything happens, it's his fault. It's not the school's fault.
Oh, yeah, but he's
So
not. That's not
can't-
his job. He's not supposed to do that.
I still think he is within the realm of a reasonable person to let the fire trucks in 15 minutes early.
He's clear,
Regardless
but
of
he's
this.
not, because we just heard his boss, who makes the schedule, tell him that he's not.
Yeah, I think now that he knows clearly after this conversation, if he did it again, then sure. But I think this would be more of just a. To
But
me, I would.
he never
assume
even
that I
acknowledges
have
that he's
some sort of-
wrong.
I think for this point, the reason why he wouldn't acknowledge that he was wrong is probably because he wants to take this to a legal point of view, right? That's why he's got the video camera on. So there are other contributing factors to his.
What
kinda
legal
wants-
point of view? My boss is disciplining me for fucking around?
I mean, he's got a GoFundMe link on the bottom of this video.
That's not a legal avenue.
I'm not saying, but he's probably going to try get some sort of legal.
Okay, we can agree. How about we can agree on this point? He's taking a video and acting like a retard so that dumb fucks on the internet will send him money. I mean, I can agree with that. Sure, that's
Right, but so I think if it wasn't videoed, maybe he would have been more. He would have just admitted that he was wrong, right? Because you don't. And if
So now
you're
you're
in a car
making-
accident or what,
okay.
if you have a car crash, you don't go out of your car and apologize to another person.
Okay.
You just check if you're alright. Because apologizing to somebody, admitting that's an admission of fault.
Okay, so we agree then. We're not arguing on whether or not he acted like a dumb fuck. Now you're just giving me reasons for why he acted like a dumb fuck. And I may or may not agree
Yeah.
with some of these reasons, but
I think that she put him in a situation where a lot of people would act like a dumb fuck.
she made him come in 15 minutes early. She made him clock out 15 minutes early
I don't think it's on there. I think it's more of the way she handled the conversation. And
by
the
asking him what his hours are.
Yes, yeah, the way she asked him the hours. Yeah, that's fucking condescending as fuck. That's not a conversation. She's pushing an agenda. She has a.
Yeah, you're
This-
pushing an agenda to make sure your employee knows what he's supposed to do, what he did wrong, to make sure he's not going to do it again.
No. She's doing it so she can admit that, so he will confess that he's done something wrong, so she can get.
It's
him
not
to
about a
resign.
confession. It's about making sure the employee understands that they fucked up.
Nah, this. Oh my voice. This is a confession.
He doesn't need to confess anything. She already knows that he fucked up. She doesn't need a confession. What do you mean? We're not in court.
So to write somebody up, you've written people up before, right?
Yep. Are you going to tell me
So-
that I needed a confession to write an employee up for something? I hope you're not going to take this argument.
No, but like it makes it a lot easier though.
No,
right?
it doesn't. It has no bearing on anything whatsoever.
I think.
It's not court. You don't need a confession to write somebody up for something. You don't need like a preponderance of evidence or beyond a shadow of a doubt to write an employee up.
That they need to agree upon the thing that went wrong, right? Like,
Yes.
and so yeah, I don't know on that one. I think I wouldn't want to. If she gave him time to speak, he would have probably told the truth that he came in early,
Are you
and it
psychic?
would have gone a lot more smoothly.
Are you psychic?
I mean, he's trying to do it.
He's trying to weasel out by saying that he came in early so he could leave early. He didn't admit that he left 15 minutes early. He tried to weasel it down to an exact time. Like, well, actually, I left at 2:52, which he then later backs up to 10 minutes early.
Sure.
So it doesn't sound like he was ever working his way towards the truth. He continues to deflect later on in the conversation by saying, well, everybody else does it.
Which I think is probably why a hint that he would think she's targeting. She's singling him out, trying to get him fired, right?
You
That's
get pulled over by a
probably
police
to avoid
officer.
the case.
If you get pulled over for a police officer for speeding, you go, well, everybody else was speeding. I shouldn't get a ticket. This is bullshit.
Sometimes, yeah, maybe the road should be have a higher speed limit. If everyone else is driving, there's no more accidents.
Does that get you out of a
And
speeding
if you're
ticket?
arguing, hey, I wasn't going 9 over the speed limit, I was going 4, then, you can only ticket in New Zealand, you can only ticket people if they go 5 or higher. So, yeah, maybe they're not arguing about, like, he acknowledges he was speeding. He said he came in early. He said he left early, right? He acknowledged that. But the percentage,
Destiny
the margin
really
of how much you're
lost this
speeding or how
one
early you
bonus
come in
meme,
or
wowie.
how early you leave does make a difference whether you get a ticket or not.
Okay, so maybe on speeding, you can go a little bit like 4 over, okay? But when it comes to your schedule, you don't have the leeway to come in 15 minutes early or leave 15 minutes early. So, like, if you were speeding...
If you did a cost-benefit analysis, they got fucking 7 minutes of free work, dude.
Wait,
Right?
cost-benefit analysis of what?
I mean, like, labor, right? Like, he worked an extra fucking 7 minutes for free.
Why would he have to work an extra 7 minutes for
Because
free?
he came in 15 minutes early.
But he wasn't supposed to do that, though.
But he did, so they got free labor out of him.
They
So
don't
even if
want
you're trying
free
to, like-
labor out of him, though. They want him to work his job when he's supposed to. You're acting like this free labor is benefiting them for him to be jerking off in the building for 15 minutes early.
You're acting like just waiting around the last 5-8 minutes is beneficial to the school.
It clearly was in this case when they were trying to contact him for something to happen.
Okay. So, well, can you tell me, Destiny, what they needed him for that would have taken 8 minutes, and he still would have been able to leave on time because legally, he has no obligation to stay up late. Stay any later. What job that would have been? Was there a fucking clogged toilet that he needed to do? That's going to take a lot longer than 8 minutes, right? There's nothing I can think of that she couldn't have just done. Maybe it was like, hey, can you move this box for me? Right? Like,
Okay, so one, this argument is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if it can or cannot be done in time. You're supposed to do your job until you clock out. Say it was something to do with the plumbing. Maybe he goes in, he looks at it, and he says, hey, I did what I could. This is really fucked. You need to call a plumber. I've got to leave. That's what you would do in that case, okay? You never, ever, ever, if your boss calls you at 2:50 and you're on call and you're on the clock until 3 o'clock, you can't like hang the phone and be like, well, whatever he's gonna ask, like I'm not gonna be able to do it in time anyway, and then go clock out. You can't do that ever. Firstly, secondly, I can think of several scenarios where maybe a kid dropped a glass bottle on the ground and it needs to be swept up. Maybe somebody threw up in a hallway on like on tile flooring or whatever, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So you just go along, you get your bucket, and you're like, oh, so I clean this up, and now I gotta pull my shit away. Oh well, I've just got to put my shit away right now because I have to leave on the dot because I'm not allowed to stay any later than my job because if I come in earlier, I'm gonna get fired. So if I stay in earlier, then I'm gonna get fired as well, right? Like, how is this so one-sided?
It's
Do you think he would have, if he stayed 15 minutes later, do you think they would have fired him? I mean, it's not in his job. He shouldn't have been on school premises after hours.
if we were arguing here about his boss being mad that he didn't stay 15 minutes late, I would be on the side of the employee. Because fuck any boss that tells you that you have to stay past your scheduled time, period. But that's not what we're arguing here. He left 15 minutes early, and you're spinning me 50 million hypotheticals to try to explain that, okay? If there was a situation that's too big for you to handle in the time on your schedule, you do what you can up until you need to clock out, then you go and you clock out and you leave. That's what you do.
If you ask me for examples of when you would ever do this, and then I give you a hypothetical, and then you complain that I'm giving you too many hypotheticals, I think that argument is pretty disingenuous.
Okay, give me a hypothetical, and I'll tell you how he should have handled it. Go ahead.
Hypothetical for what?
For, I don't know, whatever hypothetical he's I'm deflecting. For something that he would have been asked to do at 2:45, okay?
Okay, yeah. So this lady's walking around the school.
Okay.
She sees something that she needs to call the janitor for. That's going to take 8 minutes to complete.
Okay.
And he needs to be out the door within the 8 minutes. What is it that she couldn't have just done easily herself, or?
Okay, firstly, it's not her job.
Taking it
Don't ask me what she could have done herself. It's not her job. It doesn't make any sense, okay? So she calls him to do a job that's going to take long, right? So let's say that she calls him, okay? Hey, it's 2:50. I need you to come over here. This room just, the fucking HVAC exploded or some shit, and we need, okay? So what you do is you walk over, okay? Do you get there 2:54, 2:55? Like, okay, listen, this is some fucked up shit. This is what you're going to need to do. I have to leave at 3 o'clock though. I'm sorry, I can't stay any later and help. Maybe the next time you'll do it. And she'll go, okay, and then you leave. That's exactly how you would handle it in every single hypothetical example.
He walks over there. He walks over there and goes to her like, she's like, hey, can you do something about this fucking exploding toilet? And he goes, well, Do you know what hours I work? Do you know what hours I work? Do you know what hours I work? What time do I work, ma'am? You know, you're my boss. You got my timetable. What hours do I work? Right? And then he just walks off because, like, you know what I mean? Like, he has no obligation, right?
So,
you know, he could do the same fucking mean that she's doing to him.
But the difference is she's asking him, okay?
I'm
So
asking
if he
you
no,
what hours I work.
he's not asking. He already fucked up. If he went up to her and he said, "Hey, you know, something's going on today. Can I take off at 2:30 today?" And she says, "What hours do you work?" Right? At that point, then yeah, that's a really fucking rude thing to do. She can say a yes or a no thing, okay? If she asks him to stay late and she's like, "Hey, you know, can you stay and help me fix this thing?" And he says something like, "I'm only scheduled till 3 today, right? I only work till 3 today. I have to leave. I'm sorry." Or not even. He doesn't have to apologize.
No, she doesn't need to, no. Like, he doesn't need to tell her what hours he works. She already knows. She's her boss. She already knows in this example already.
Okay.
So he doesn't even need to say, "Hey, I work at 3. I finish at 5 or 3 or whatever fucking time it was." She should already know that. He doesn't even need to tell her because she already knows it because she hired him and she's her boss, right? Like it's
okay. But the problem is, in this conversation, he clearly doesn't understand that he's supposed to work his scheduled time. Hence the first question: when are you scheduled to work? Because immediately after he answers the correct answer, seemingly, he goes on to give an excuse for why he came in early and left early.
I mean, that doesn't kind of refute my point. Like, I'm saying, why does he need to tell her that he needs to go on the time that he's hired to leave at? Like,
well, he doesn't necessarily need to. I mean, you
So
say
in your
something because
hypothetical-
you're communicating, because you're two human beings, and if somebody asks you something, you're not just gonna like autism out and run to the clock and leave. Like,
oh, so now it's about how you communicate, right?
no, it's always about how you communicate. What do you think she's communicated poorly?
She's not communicating with him. She's trying to hear her own thoughts.
How is she
wants
trying to
the
hear her
responses
own
to-
thoughts by asking him what his schedule is?
Because the way she repeats herself.
What do you mean by
will
the
get sent
way?
to-
The way. What do you mean the way?
Oh,
Does she scream at him or raise?
interrupting?
She
Yes,
interrupts
interrupting.
him when he doesn't answer the question.
He's just. We've already. This was the points before you made the list of points. There, he's thinking out loud. Even if he were to just say those thoughts in his head, she would have just. So why don't you answer? What are you like? Blah blah blah.
Okay, let's agree to disagree on this point. I will contend that if he has a mental disability, a diagnosed mental disability that she is aware of, then she is being an asshole here. If he is a normal, functioning human being without a mental disability, then he is in the wrong. If you've ever been disciplined by a strict father or a teacher or a boss, and they ask you a question, and you start like thinking out loud or whatever, there's a good chance that they're going to interrupt you or you're going to further aggravate them. I'll just give you that piece of advice for free, okay? If somebody's asking you a question, right? Like, how fast were you going? A police officer or a teacher says like, why isn't it? And you're like, well, actually, last night, and they're like, answer the question, and you're like, oh, well, and you go, well, I'm just thinking out loud. Nobody wants to hear you think out loud. That's why it's called thinking. You do it in your head. Like, if somebody...
like, this is the quickness of the response is very important. I'm doing it right now. Like, I'm not, what I'm saying isn't rehashed. Like, I'm not thinking about every word I'm saying to you right at this moment. It's just coming off the dome, right? Like, this is like, you ask me a question, I'm gonna think about it.
Okay, what time did you wake up this morning?
Well, I had my tests last night.
Yeah, so I would interrupt you here. You can't answer. What time did you wake up this morning?
Okay,
well,
okay. So ask me again.
What time did you wake up this morning? Okay, so maybe you have an undiagnosed mental disability. Like, that's okay. Like, if you do, that's cool. Usually,
I'm not allowed to
respond. I don't
have the answer.
Usually, you would document these things with your employer if you have a mental disability, and it's common sometimes with people that work in the back of the house or whatever. You'll have a mental disability.
What did you think about what you want to say?
If somebody is asking you a simple question about a time, and you need like 5+ seconds to think something through, then you probably have a mental disability. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Last night, dude? What did you have for dinner last night?
Raising Cane's.
Oh, that was a bit of a slow response.
Okay, but notice I answered you as soon as it came to my head. I wasn't like, well, I was driving around Omaha and I was looking at Taco Bell and McDonald's and I was,
But the situation is different. Maybe, like, you were whispering it and your mic didn't pick it up, right? Like, maybe he wrote it down on his phone and he was gonna like get his phone out and then she's gonna be yelling at him like, oh, why the fuck are you whipping out your phone in front of him, a serious conversation with you? Like, there's nothing he could have done. She already had it in his mind, and she already had it in her head, and she was just gonna trap him.
Okay, firstly, what I ate last night isn't part of my responsibility to anybody else, okay? Secondly, you should probably know what time you left work, because it should probably be the time you were scheduled to leave work. So I don't know why you would have to think extra hard about...
50,
What?
52 plus, right?
Well, first he said he didn't leave early. Then he said he left at 2:52. Then he said he left 10 minutes early. So I don't know. I'm more inclined to believe the superintendent at this point that he probably left at 2:45 or around there.
Nah, dude. See, if you hire me for like 8-hour shift, and then I do 8 hours and 15 minutes, and then you ask me, hey, did you leave early? I'd be like, well, no, I've committed a full duration, right? Like the way you're viewing the role of the job is very within these hours where
because the hours are really important, because that's the hours that those are the hours that you were scheduled to work.
But their job as a janitor, I'm making an assumption here, doesn't change much as long as he's there between 9 and 3 when the children are there, right? I don't think there's anything that couldn't be done 8 minutes before or after.
It doesn't matter. You're on the clock until 3 o'clock. You have to work until the end of your shift. You can't just sit there next to the clock and go, well, that's too much work for me. I'm just waiting to clock out.
That's pretty unproductive.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to work until you clock out.
So, I think what he did was the optimal decision for the school, for everyone involved, by coming in 15 minutes early. I think everyone was better off.
When your boss is asking...
The school and himself, I think everyone was better off. Now, if you want to say they are inefficient and they're happy to run along with inefficiencies, then I'll agree with you there.
So you think that him opening the building, you making a unilateral decision to open the building and let other people who don't work there into the building, you think that was an optimal decision?
Yeah, if you consider their time wasted by waiting around.
Why is it their time? Why is it your responsibility for state employees showing up early?
I'm not talking about responsibility. I'm just talking about efficiency, right?
Efficiency for what? How are they going to start the drill early if no one else is at the school anyway?
They're probably they called him, right? So what is he going to do? He's got nothing better to do at home, so he just goes to.
Called him? No, it sounds like he was chilling in the parking lot early, and the fire department showed up, so he decided to just go up and let him in.
Why the fuck would he be chilling in the?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he gets breakfast before work. I don't know. Maybe he has nothing else to do.
He's a janitor.
Hold on, you're laughing. Right. You think the fire department has the phone number to the fucking janitor of the school? Are you retarded? Do you think that every fire department goes around like, hey, I'm trying to get into Westside. Oh yeah, let me just call up the janitor. I got him on speed dial here. Why would they call the janitor instead of the principal or the owner or whatever?
Janitors have the keys.
Yeah, but they don't have the authorization to open the building. That's why if I want to get into a building after hours, I don't call the fucking security guard at the door. I call the owner of the establishment.
If you have the keys, I'm assuming you have the
No, you
access
don't.
And
no. Just
why would you give him the keys if he's not allowed into the building?
Just because you have the keys doesn't mean you can go in or out whenever you want. If you work in a non-24 restaurant and they close and open at a certain time, you can't just go in at 2 a.m. and open it up and cook yourself a cheeseburger because you have the keys.
I would just think that if something were happening in that building and you had the keys, then you would make the best judgment as a reasonable person would to go in there and sort it out the restaurant, right?
So
if you have
this
access
is what
to it, then you do
this
it.
is what
if they don't want you to have access, then you have a PIN code to get into the building.
Not everybody has the money to set up PIN codes. That's a whole other level of stuff. There are people that
so this issue isn't that important that they can't invest money into their security systems, that they can't if it were really a big issue like we're saying, people literally getting fired over it, maybe they would invest in a way that it wouldn't cause those issues.
Maybe if they really cared about it. Well, okay, so let me rephrase. Okay, I kind of understand. So if this was so important that he wasn't supposed to be in the building early, why don't they have like the locks on a timer or something, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I think that for things like this, something to save even more money, maybe what they should do is they should put like cybernetic implants inside the brains of all of their employees so that they don't go in before their scheduled time. It's like a barrier that
Yeah.
keeps them out.
They
And then that would
totally
be
could
the
do
most
it.
reasonable way. You think?
That they could do that, but it wouldn't be financially feasible.
Oh.
The potential damage they could cause wouldn't be worth the cost
gotcha.
of preventing it in the first
But
place.
you do know that the
So-
school had the money to replace every single lock in the building with an electronic thing, and then had the IT staff or whoever necessary on hands in order to program everything and make
But-
sure that everything kept running smoothly. You do know that they had the funds available for that.
I mean, if he was getting pinged up so many times because he's such a distrustful employee, he has a whole key to the entire school. Now they're gonna have to change all the locks anyway, right? Because he's got access to it. He could have taken a copy. He's such a menace to the school, right? They're gonna fire him now. He's
Here's
not
a
even working. He's
resub
not
for
even an
not
employee
playing
anymore. Think about
League
all
of
the harm he
Legends.
can do. Children go to these schools.
Okay,
That's-
but what if they
dude,
gave him like a PIN number to get in, and now he tells all of his gangster friends to go shoot up the school, and he's in prison, but they can all go because they've got the
Oh
PIN.
yeah, because we can change the PIN number.
Hey, and you could
Yeah,
change the
so-
locks.
Yeah, and that's going to be really, really expensive. So will they
More
change the lock?
expensive than... Okay, how much does it cost to set up a PIN code system for the entire school?
I don't know. Give me a
Okay,
couple
well,
of
there,
days
hey,
and I'll
there's
give you a
one thing.
quote.
There we can agree on. We can agree on that thing right there. You have no idea how much money it would cost to set everything up, and you don't know if they would need to have more staff on hand to maintain that system, or if they would have to pay somebody else to do it. So this is a moot point, okay? No company is going to change the system because they have an employee that's too stupid to come in on time, right? They would just fire the employee, which is what it sounds like they were trying to do here.
Yeah, they were trying to fire the employee. They weren't trying to fix the actions. They weren't trying to resolve any issues. They weren't trying to fix anything he could have done, because I think he was a sane adult. I think he could have just came in on time and left on time from then. They didn't. They were trying to get rid of him for whatever reason. I don't know the issues. I don't know if he would have been eligible for retirement funds, how long he was working there.
This was not a conversation of them trying to fire an employee. A conversation of them trying to fire an employee would be the employee comes in, she goes, hey, so yesterday you did this and this, and we just can't have it anymore, and we're going to be letting you go. That's firing an employee, okay? Bringing somebody in and asking them what they did wrong, okay? I'm sorry, first asking them what the rules are, asking them what they did wrong, and then asking them to acknowledge that so that they don't do it again to correct in the future. This is corrective action. So it didn't sound like the goal of this conversation was to fire the employee. And now it ended up that maybe this was the final write-up that pushed him to resigning or getting him close to the edge, but this was largely due to his responses. He was unable to accept responsibility for any mistakes. He wouldn't even admit fault, and he tried to deflect into other employees. He did everything that you could do wrong in a conversation as an employee with your boss.
Okay, so here's a hypothetical. Okay, I'm a supervisor at a casino, right? Like, one of my employees tells another one of my employees, like, hey, you've got to come into work because you're on your last warning. And then I actually really wanted to get rid of her, right? Because she's kind of lazy. I don't really, whatever reason. She's more hassle than she's worth. So I don't know. I forgot your own story. I'm just trying to
it's
say
not
your
at all
casino
comparable
story.
to this. It's not even close.
How
But
is
yeah,
it not
keep digging.
comparable? Can you make the difference?
You don't even remember the story.
I've heard it like 3
You don't
times,
even
so-
remember the story. You're trying to use it as an
No, okay,
analogy.
okay.
Are you
Just because I can't explain something doesn't mean that I don't remember it, right?
If you
Like,
can't
just-
explain it, you probably don't understand it,
could-
which you probably
if you
shouldn't be
give me
using
an
it as a
hour and
comparison,
piece of
dog.
paper, I remember. I just can't say it, right? Like, there's a difference between what you say and then what you can, like, explaining shit. Like, I'm not very good at explaining your own story. I'm sure you can explain your own story far better than I can. So I'm just asking, can you communicate the difference from your situation to this guy's situation? How is yours sounded to me like they were trying to.
So in
force
my
you out of the casino,
situation,
right?
okay, in my situation, I was put into an impossible spot. I had to tell an employee that they would be getting their 10th point, which means they're going to be fired, but I wasn't allowed to tell her that she was going to be fired. That was the scenario that I was put in, because I had an employee asking me, if I call in, am I going to get fired? And all I was allowed to say was, if you come in, or if you don't come in, you're going to get your 10th point, which means you're going to get fired. So I was supposed to find a way to tell her that she was going to get her 10th point for calling out over 10 times in a rolling calendar period without also telling her that she was going to be fired. It was pretty much an impossible thing to do. That was my scenario. How is
So
that
you
at all
didn't-
comparable to this?
Why did you have to respond to her?
Because I was the supervisor on shift. What do you mean?
Why didn't you tell her? Why didn't you say, do you know your hours? You should have just...
Because
like,
she knows her hours. She's calling out. You're trying really hard to draw comparisons to a totally unlike situation,
like,
dude.
So, but you're saying, like, somebody asked me a question, like, oh, I'm shaking. You have to respond to that point. Like, you, like, what, you could have just not responded if you weren't allowed to.
So I'm just supposed to ignore my employee?
Well, you can't tell her, right? And did it say in your contract that you weren't allowed to ignore your employee?
Is this really the hill you want to die on? This is the argument that you want to defend right now? I'm just kidding. If you really want to, we can go down this road, but it sounded really fucking autistic. But if you want to, we can go down this road.
I'm just saying, like...
You're just saying what? That I should have
saying,
ignored
like,
my
you're saying
employee
this-
as a supervisor? I
you're
should have
making
just
it-
not talked to her? That this is comparable to coming into work, clocking in 15 minutes early, and leaving 15 minutes early? That is clearly fucking wrong. You think that this is comparable to that scenario?
I think that what is comparable, from my point of view, is they were trying to target you to get you fired, and they were trying to target him to get him fired. I think that's the comparison I'm trying to make. The situation, yeah, it's different, but the way the management handled the situation, I think it was quite similar.
Okay. Even though the examples don't fit even remotely close, and the crimes committed aren't even remotely similar, and that my situation was incredibly nuanced and probably pretty bullshit, and his was a very clear right and wrong, clocking in early, leaving early. You think these situations are entirely comparable?
I think the way, not entirely comparable, like, you're like, the management situation is the same, right? They both are employees, they're both working jobs, they both have things that they can and cannot do defined in a contract. Whether you knew, as the employee, you knew what you could and you couldn't do in the finer details, like leaving 15 minutes early. I'm pretty sure if he fucking really knew that, he wouldn't have left. And I think if...
What if he was just lazy, dog?
Yeah, totally, dude.
Do you wanna how about we could each take 5 minutes we could each take 30 minutes and we can write like a little 1 or 2 page paper, okay? And we can source text from the video to try to see like who has more evidence in the video for their example versus the other person's example. Do you want to do that? So in my example, I would say that I think this employee has probably had multiple problems in the past. I think he responded very poorly to discipline, and I think he refused to acknowledge any fault. So I think that the company was totally in the right in terminating this, or not terminating, but in disciplining him, right? And in your thing, you would say that, well...
I think they're in the right to fire him. I think they're in the right to fire him.
So what do we disagree with then?
But they're memeing too close to the sun, right? Like,
how are they memeing too close to the sun?
So you like ban like trap posts.
No analogies. I don't think
other...
analogies are working for you. Okay, let's just focus on the video. How are she memeing too close to the sun?
So we have like rules in employment to protect employees from being like fired without due cause, right? Which would be the 3 strikes.
I don't even know if that's true. I thought, can't you get fired for any reason if you want to?
So you have the 3. This is his 3rd strike from the videos. We're making the assumption that like 3 strikes you're out would be my assumption.
So wait, so how is she memeing too close to the sun? Also, he didn't even get fired over this, but how are we memeing?
He was forced to resign.
We don't know if he was supposed to resign over this particular issue. This might have been one in a line of issues.
I haven't seen the follow-up video. But yeah, you're right. So these rules are there to protect employees from mistreatment or being fired for whatever reason. Like legislation or corporate rules are there to protect the employees. You agree with that? Like, it's not there to protect the businesses or the corporations or the schools. It's there to protect the employees.
Sure.
Okay. So now if you are trying to fire or get somebody out of your company, you have to do it within these rules. So like 3 strikes, you're out, right?
Sure.
Now that's there to protect them. So pinging people on stupid shit that really shouldn't be pinged on is skirting the rules. It's memeing too close to the sun. It's saying like, hey, I'm pinging you on leaving a minute early. I'm pinging on you for
So,
being trapped
do
in
you
the situation.
think that? So, do you have any evidence that he's been bullshit written up in the past? Do you have any evidence for that?
Nope.
And do you think that this particular write-up is bullshit?
Yes.
Oh, so then we don't agree. So you think that he was in the right, coming in 15 minutes early and leaving 15 minutes early?
For the first time, yes, but I don't think if he did it again, I don't think he'd be in the right.
You think this
was
is the first time he's had these problems?
coming in early to let the fire department in 15 minutes early? Yes.
Or coming in early or leaving early? Not strictly adhering to the clock? You think this is the first time he's ever done this?
I mean, she didn't state otherwise.
I mean, he had said multiple times in the video that she has talked to him in the past about these things, that it feels like at meetings you're always singling me out.
About other things, you're making the assumption that it's about leaving early.
Okay, maybe not
I
particularly
think-
leaving early, but it sounds like there have been other disciplinary issues. Can we agree on that?
Yep. Which
So
would be
you
the
get to break
write-ups.
every single rule at work one time before you actually get in trouble for it? Is that? Do you think that
No,
sounds
I think
reasonable?
with things like
Obscure
not
rules?
every rule.
Like coming
things
into
that-
work early and leaving early? That's an obscure rule?
Yes, especially when you work an extra 7 minutes. It's free money for them, dude. Yeah, I think
So you
that is
think
very,
that
I think
you
for a
need to be
reasonable
there when your
person-
hours are there? That's a very obscure
reason-
rule that a reasonable person wouldn't understand.
Just
That you need
if
to be
you-
there
if
to your
you make-
scheduled time.
if you hire me to make you like a new like Twitter pic for like, and you're like, okay, but you have to do that Twitter pic at like between 12 and 1 o'clock, and then I do it at like 1 and 3 or like that hour earlier. Like, it doesn't really affect the job that he's hired to do for.
Okay.
He's not hired to. He's not. No, he's not.
Wait, hello? Your thing just froze. Hey, can you guys hear me? Hello? Maybe my Discord fucked. Alright, I'm sorry. My shit crashed. Alright, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought, dude. Using cheap tactics by leaving Discord.
So, you think that if I, let's say that I need my child babysat from 4 to 6, okay? And you show up 30 minutes early. Do you just leave at 5:30 and if I'm not
So
even
then-
home yet because you got
so-
there 30 minutes early?
You wouldn't even if you hired me to look after your child and you didn't even arrive by the time you said I was hired to, I wouldn't leave regardless because you're not hiring me between those specific hours. You're hiring me to look after your kid. So that point actually supports my argument. He's hired to do a job and he's not hired to sit there looking after your kid between those specific
No,
hours.
okay.
I'm gonna leave and get
I'm
him.
not hiring you to take care of my child for an indefinite period of time, much the same way that he's not hired to clean the building for an indefinite period of time. I'm hiring you to watch my child from the hours of 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. because that is what I need. He is being hired to work inside the building from the hours of 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. because that is what the school needs. How are these situations not analogous?
So if you hired me to look after Nathan, I would do it. And then if you didn't return by the 6 p.m., I would wait until you return.
That's not
right?
what we're
Like, I'm not
talking
gonna-
about, though. We're
I'm not-
talking about
no,
you
'cause-
leaving early because you got there early. Would you
If
ever
I
do
leave-
that?
No, I wouldn't. If you left early, I would arrive early, right?
Okay, but
If
that's
you
not what happened.
Came home early, I would leave early as well.
But
Because
that's
I'm
not what
hired
happened.
To do the job, I'm not hired within these specific points of time.
But you
And for-
are hired within the specific points of time. I'm asking you to come over from 4 to 6.
So
Those
you're
are
saying if I finished, if I left at the time that I was hired to, and you weren't home, then I'm completely fine to leave, a child all alone.
that's not what we're talking about right now. Though.
That's what I'm trying to
but
bring
that's
it
not
into.
that's not what we're talking. He's not staying at
I'm
work late,
elaborating
is he?
more on your example.
But he doesn't have to stay home late. No, if you have somewhere to go, then it's my responsibility to find somebody else to watch my kid. Sure. It'd be nice if you could stay later, and I would obviously pay you for it. But no, if you've got to leave at that time, then it's my responsibility to find somebody else to watch my kid. It's not your responsibility at that point.
I think it kind of would be my responsibility if something were to happen to Nathan, and I left. In a court of law, if you took that to court, that's not what a reasonable person would do. And a common law, definitely, I would be liable for.
Okay, do
for
you think
leaving
in
a
this
child alone.
scenario, do you think that the school is exactly comparable to a child?
I mean, you just 2 minutes ago said how are these not comparable. So I'm just
Okay, so when you use an analogy, literally every single thing has to match for you. What level of English did you take? Do you guys study English in the Netherlands or in New Zealand? Where you go to school at? No, I'm genuinely serious because I notice this a lot that people actually can't use analogies to understand other situations. Like it seems to just add more confusion. Like if I were to bring up babysitting, are you going to say something like, "Well, Destiny, that doesn't actually make sense because like babies poop and the school doesn't even actually poop itself." So the analogy is totally broken. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. Like is this how you view it? Like
you're not hiring me between these specific hours.
Yes, you
hiring
are.
me to look after Nathan.
If I
and then
no, listen,
to
if I
do the job.
No, that's not what's going on. If I'm hiring you to watch my kid, it's not to assume full
Yes, to
responsibility.
watch your kid. Yes, not to like work within a specific hours of looking after your kid.
If I go and look up any babysitting job ever, do you think hours are going to be attached to that?
Yeah, but like there's just like an estimate. Like, okay, I'm leaving at this time. I should be home around about there. Like,
Okay, so there are hours. So
If
you're
I'm-
watching my kid for a specific set of hours. If you get there 30 minutes early, that doesn't mean that you should leave 30 minutes early. I need you
No.
there for the hours stated.
but it doesn't mean that like, okay, so if you arrive home early, right? Do I just wait around your house looking after your kid? No, I just leave early, right? Like because you do the job, and then when the job is complete, then you leave. It doesn't matter on the specific hours. You go.
Okay,
fucking
if I
use your
get
head
there
a little
early
bit.
and I, the person that employed you, specifically tell you that you can leave early, then fine, you can leave early. If he's working a job
Okay.
as a janitor and the boss tells him, hey, it's pretty slow today, you can take off, he can leave. That's not what happened
Sure.
here. Why are you acting like this? He
Sure.
left early without being told
Sure.
that he was supposed to leave early when he was scheduled to work there until 3 o'clock. Why are you acting like he left early because he was allowed to, or making some other ridiculous, fallacious comparison?
So the first thing you said in that sentence was, if he was specifically told he could leave early, he could leave early. Or if he was specifically told the hours, I don't think he was specifically told he couldn't leave early. I don't think he was specifically told he couldn't come in early. It seems like the way he acted, the situation, I think that's very unreasonable to say, just to stick to these like perfect hours every single time. I think you need to think from a reasonable.
In chat, you said,
Awesome.
this is a psychoanalytic theory of conversations. I was just giving you some pre-reading so you don't get destroyed. That's what you said. I remember you writing this in chat, and I'm looking at it right now. And you're
And I still
telling me
have
right
I
now,
still have the Wikipedia page.
and you're
open,
telling me
'cause I
right
wanted to
now,
talk about-
you're telling me right now that this guy could leave early because he wasn't specifically told that he couldn't leave early. Really?
I think
Really?
a reasonable person. Yeah, he's a fucking janitor, dude. What is going to take? I asked you, what's going to take 8 minutes?
It doesn't matter. You're on
What?
the clock until 3. You don't get to leave work 15 minutes early because you don't think that there's anything else you can do in that time. You don't have to be specifically told that you're not allowed to leave early. Bosses don't run around places of employment like, oh shit guys, it's 2:30, sound the alarm. Make sure that everybody knows they're not allowed to leave early. Like the fuck? You're supposed to be there from your scheduled time. And nobody is running around a place of employment before it opens, like running around screaming like, hey, watch out, get away from that door, don't clock in early. Hey you, don't clock in early, you're not allowed to clock in early. No, it's understood when you're supposed to be there because those are what your hours are.
So, I think you're putting too much focus on the hours within the contract. Yes, he has hours, but he also has other duties as a janitor. Whether it be make sure people can leave the gates open when they need to be, they have other duties, which I think are more of a priority. Oh, there's my English. Than the specific hours that he needs to be through the day. He's not a machine. Like he doesn't need to be turned on and off at the specific times. Like he's hired to do a job. And the job is the primary function. The hours is a secondary thing. Like hiring people just.
So for most places of employment, I would imagine in the United States, the hours are the primary thing, and the job is the secondary function. Typically, in these types of jobs, you have other employees that will pick up where you left off. There are other people working.
Right.
Okay. You're not going to stay at the school until 9
Totally
p.m.
agree,
finishing
totally
a project.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Then
So-
why would you bring up that Maybe he has
So-
some task to do that would keep him after hours or that would let him leave before it's time for him to
Being-
leave.
Being in these hours, these not just like magical rules that you need to be within these hours. You need to be within these hours for a purpose, right? Like, because other businesses are open at those hours, so it's more efficient to send emails or whatnot. Like, this is why we have like 9 to 5s, right? Like, this is just the way society is structured. It's more efficient to be within these hours, but you're still hired to do the fucking job, which is opening the gate for when fucking the fire truck needs to come in.
The fire truck
And I
didn't
think-
need to come in. There wasn't an emergency.
Well, to test the whatever.
Yeah, the test isn't going to start until the school opens anyway, and probably some hours after that. They don't need into that building before the school opens. If they did, then they would have contacted the owner of the building to
So-
get in.
Whether they needed it or not, he was under the assumption that they did need it. Whether it's fucking objectively true that they needed it or to go in or not, I think
Okay, so this is where you call your boss and you ask.
he was under a reasonable assumption that he could make the call on this since he had the key and since he fucking opens the gate every morning, right? Since he was already there, I think he thought it was alright, and I would probably think it was alright as well.
Okay, well, if you're ever in a position where you can open or close a building, I'm telling you right now that it's a bad idea to unilaterally make the decision to let people in before the building is supposed to open. You should probably never, ever do that unless you are the owner
So-
of the building.
But like, he is hired to open the building as a janitor. I only have 2 experiences with janitors, and they live right next to school, and it was their job to open the gates, open the parking, do everything at the...
Yeah, at a
morning.
specific time, not earlier than that.
I think you can give some responsibility to your employees that they can make decisions. Your employees aren't just a bunch of rules. You give them some responsibility so they can think on the spot and make decisions for themselves.
But letting somebody onto the premise is a massive liability before the scheduled time. Why would you want an employee to be able to do this?
So as your point there, the liability is on the employee. That was your second point. It was on him. The liability is on him.
But you
for
don't
letting
want
in.
them
The sc-
assuming that liability. You would fire them first because there's still liability on the company as well.
I don't think there would be liability.
Of course there is.
I guess
Let's
they
say
have the
that he
liability
let
to fire.
Let's say that he let somebody in first and they set the fucking building on fire or some shit, right? If that happens, then the school is fucked. I mean, they can hold you financially liable, but you're not paying for a new fucking school. And then they've got the PR to deal with. They've got the public bullshit. They've got the backlash and everything. They've got to find new students. They're going to be out of business for a while. That one person is going to be able to pay for all that shit. I don't know. You have this really strange concept of like, oh, well, if you assume liability for something, that's fine because you're assuming liability. That's not how that works.
Just because you can afford the liability or not, it doesn't mean that you're not liable for it, right? Like if I
What, of
cause
course
an
it
accident,
does.
Like not really. Wait,
If I
how?
go and burn your house down right now and you take me to court and I have $20 to my name, you can hold me liable all day long, but you ain't getting any fucking money out of me because I can't just print it.
But don't you have to like pay it back in over time with period?
Okay, what if it takes me
Things-
20 years to pay you back for your house?
Sure, that would be inefficient, which I would agree on, but you're still liable for it all, and you
Okay, now what if it was an entire school? How many years of my life would I have to work to pay back to rebuild the school?
oof, all of them.
Do you want to be out of a house for 20 years waiting for me to pay you back for it? What if I declare bankruptcy? What if I die? What if I can't find a job?
okay.
What if I move
Your
and leave the
arguments-
country?
Your arguments are good here, but do you think that's the argument that do you think this is a logic going through her head? Like
Yes, this is the principal reason why you don't want to let people into the building early. Why you don't want your employees assuming responsibility for things. As a restaurant owner, when you do the delivery, you do the orders, maybe sometimes you send an employee to the back.
I don't think this was her rationale in the way she was talking. It was more of like, I don't like you and I want you to be out, which she's in her right to do
Okay,
so.
I agree.
She can still
If we
fire
look
him.
with our Fifis, she was a very mean lady, and she really wanted him gone, and he didn't do anything wrong at all. And there's nothing wrong with opening the building early. And man, she sure was mean to that poor dude who didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
he did something wrong, but to say the extremity of what he did wrong was worth losing his job or getting a written warning, I think is bizarre.
This is a
and I would
conversation
hate to
that
work with her.
if I was talking to any other supervisor or manager, and if there are any other in chat, feel free to come out, because I know you guys don't disagree with me, that if you had an employee that acted like this, you are trying to paper his ass out the door as soon as you fucking can. You never,
Totally.
ever want to work with somebody like this, ever. Like somebody that can't accept any responsibility, that can't admit they made a mistake, that's deflecting and shirking onto other people. This guy, you want him gone immediately. You will not find another supervisor or manager that disagrees with that. So this idea that
I
like
agree on that
she's
point.
so mean and evil and mean and I don't want to work with her, like, dude, this employee is a textbook garbage piece of shit employee. Like,
But so she is the way he responded in the conversation. Like, I agree, she can fire him. She's in her legal rights to fire him. She's in legal rights to get rid of him. She can ping him on whatever bullshit she wants because it's within the rules stated. But she used it as a means to an end, which I didn't like. She
what does
wasn't
that
trying
mean?
to. She was looking for shit to ping him. Like he was a target. I felt like he was a target in that video. I felt like he thought he was about to get targeted. That's why he brought out the video. It's all about the intention of the conversation, which I didn't like at all.
Okay, and you know this
And-
because you're psychic.
No, I fuck you.
Well, I mean, he did something clearly wrong. We agree that he did something wrong. We both agree that he did something wrong and continued to act wrong. But you're saying that she targeted him. It sounds like he broke the fucking rules and got fucked. Like,
yeah, that's fine. So she can just fire him and say he broke the rules. Like, you don't need to do all this random bullshit she does in the conversation.
what do you think was
can
random
just fire him,
bullshit?
right?
She asked him his schedule. She asked him why he broke his schedule. And we didn't get to move on to the point to where you rectify to make sure it doesn't happen in the future because he couldn't even get past those first two hurdles.
I don't think they were... She could have just, like, even if she wanted to rectify it, she fired him anyway. Like, she was just going to write him up regardless, right? Like, she didn't need to do all that bullshit. If she wanted to fire him, she could have just fired him straight away. She could have just been honest
Maybe corporate policy is they have a 3-strike policy or something, or they needed a paper trail, or they needed to get enough write-ups before they could terminate his job. So maybe that's why...
Which to me is sort of skirting the rules.
How is it
little bit.
skirting the rules? He fucked up. He made a legitimate error and wouldn't even take responsibility for it.
I mean, there's like the degree of the error if you fucking... the error is so minor. 8 minutes early? 8 minutes? You seriously 8 minutes early and you're trying to say that's worth fucking writing somebody up in a paper trail?
I guess like I'm trying to like imagine because I can't even imagine doing this. I can't imagine sneaking out of my job 10 minutes early and I don't even know what would happen going into work the next day. Like, it blows my mind that you think you can get away with this. Like, if you ever have the opportunity to work like a service or retail level job, like, I encourage you to try this like one time. If you're scheduled out at 5 and you go and clock out at like 4:50 and just peace out, like, well, what do you think is gonna happen? This thing's like, oh, no big deal. Like,
how many times have you told us you're gonna stream and you just don't show up?
You think my job is the same as this? What? This is totally incomparable.
It's a fucking meme, you dip.
All right, are we good? Are we moving on to the memes? Are we done now?
That was, it was point 2. No, yeah. So the transactional analysis, I think the way she spoke to him, he was within his right, his normal expectedness to act like a piece of shit. I think it was completely normal. And that's why I brought up the transactional analysis memes. But yeah, I think we're good. He should have been fired.
All right, buddy. Have fun. Good luck.
Okay. See you in 30 minutes with the piece of paper, right?
Yeah, good luck, buddy. At my retail job, you can clock out 7 minutes before or after your scheduled time and still be counted as on time. Cool. If that's how your job works, then good for you. If you're specifically told that. Now, are you okay to do that? Or is it just counting your time? Because I know that there are some time clocks that will round by the quarter hour. So, for instance, if you clock in at 5:53 because it's at past the halfway point of the 15 minutes, it'll round up. Or if you clock in at 6:07 before 6:08, it'll round down. So like I know that some clocks round, but that doesn't necessarily mean that because you're typically paid, or at least in these jobs or at the casino, you're paid in the 0.25s of an hour or whatever. But Destiny, you're being willfully obtuse. You realize most people's issues with this video was the lady's attitude towards the guy, not the specific situation at hand. Imagine having to answer your cunt boss when she's rhetorically asking who your boss is. That's the way people speak to children. Imagine talking to an employee so fucking retarded that he thought that he could make a unilateral decision on his schedule and opening the building early. Man, dude, can you imagine how horrible it would be if you had an employee that was so fucking stupid he thought that he could open the building whenever he fucking wanted to, and that he could come and go whenever he fucking wanted to? Oh my god, that would be the worst fucking thing ever. But we're gonna side with the employer or the employee here because I guess we can all relate to him more, maybe. So it makes us feel better, the little guy or whatever. Okay, dude. Somebody donated, if one of the teachers were to leave early from class because they came in early because they couldn't teach anyone else in 8 minutes, would this kid be okay with the teacher just leaving like the janitor?
Wow, Destiny got destinated, destroyed in this destination debation up the Destiny. Destiny
should write him up early for that. He tried to leave the discussion early. Nice meme. Both of you are being obtuse. I don't think I'm being obtuse, but okay.
You skipped my last donation. Go and read it, you faggot. Over Russell.
I already did. This doesn't justify treating him with such little respect, Destiny. She could have gotten the same point/effect while being respectful to another adult. When you're a boss, you have to be firm. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what you guys like are expecting, these conversations. Like, hey, little Jimmy, we need to talk about what happened. I don't want to talk. Jimmy, when are you supposed to work? I don't know what my schedule is. Okay, well, let's take a deep breath and let's think for a moment, okay? When are you scheduled to work? Why are you asking me? I'm just trying to see when you work. I guess it's from 6:30 to 3. Okay, that's good. 6:30 to 3, Jimmy. All right. Now, Jimmy, do you know what time you left yesterday? I left on time! No, Jimmy, okay. Calm down, Jimmy. It's okay. It's okay, Jimmy. Nobody's in trouble here. All right, Jimmy. What time did you leave yesterday? I guess it was 2:52. Okay, Jimmy. Jimmy, you know that you're not allowed to leave early, right? I came in early, though! I came in early! Okay, Jimmy, it's okay. Jimmy, shh. Jimmy, calm down. Take a deep breath. Jimmy, it's okay. You don't have to be mad here, okay, Jimmy? Shh. Calm down, Jimmy. Okay, I'm sorry. I came in early. Okay, Jimmy. Like, what? Like, how are you expecting these conversations to go? Like, what the fuck? There's a difference between being firm and asking condescending rhetorical questions like who your boss is. It's not a rhetorical question. What the fuck? If I say, Doug, why were you in early, okay, yesterday? Why did you open the building early? And the guy's like, well, the firefighters were here. I had to let them in. Doug, who's your fucking boss? I am. They don't tell you when to open the building. The firefighters don't tell you. The governor doesn't tell you. A random dude on the fucking street doesn't tell you. Who is your fucking boss? I'm your boss. I tell you when to work. I make the schedule. And I tell you when to open the building. That's it. Well, it's not a rhetorical, it's a rhetorical. It's not rhetorical when the employee legitimately doesn't fucking understand that he's not in charge of his own schedule and he doesn't get to decide when to let people into the fucking building. Why do you keep acting like... Bullshit. And I know you're wrong because Esports Batman agreed with you. I know that this point is wrong. What? As a government worker for a school, he has the legal responsibility to open the premises of a school for another government safety personnel. The custodian did the right thing by opening the gate to allow the fire department to do a routine safety check on the school premises. The worker is a protected worker, would not have been allowed to be fired, and is very likely he was targeted for this event. So when you say open the premises for a government safety personnel, do you mean somebody that's there on a safety call? Or do you mean that any safety personnel can always walk up to any building they want at any point in time and always demand access to that building for no reason? Is that what you're telling me? Jimmy was raised by helicopter parents who always told me he was special. Guess what, Jimmy? You're not special. They had a reason, though. All right, we're moving on. I think we have to move on. They were scheduled to do a routine fire drill for the building. If they show up at 3 a.m., they don't need to be in there. If they show up at 4 a.m., they don't need to be in there. If they show up at 6 a.m., they don't need to be in there. You can wait until the building opens. How is that so hard to understand? Yeah, if there was a safety concern, they can force their way into the building. The fire department needed to enter the school to do a safety check. It's not like it was an off-duty firefighter who wanted to use the drinking fountain to do a scheduled routine maintenance. Henchman 49, why do you think they needed access to that building 15 minutes before the school opened? The situation is not the issue. It's purely about the attitude of the boss. Even if the janitor is... So, like, I don't know, dude. Is it because she's a woman? Is that, like, what this boils down to? I can't really tell. You guys would be fucking roasted in any real work environment. Like, if you think that this is mean. Like, I've seen some mean fucking bosses before, and she's not even close. Unless you're like, are you just ass blasted because it's a woman disciplining, like, another person? Like, that's, at this point, that's the only thing I'm left with. Or you've, like, never worked a job where you've actually seen a mean boss before. Because I've seen bosses tear into fucking employees before. Like, horribly fucking tear into employees before. And some that didn't even deserve it, right? And I've even seen confrontations in the back get fucking physical between shift leads and sometimes. Like, this idea that she's being incredibly fucking rude. Like, I don't know, are you in college and you've like never had a teacher be mean to you before? Like, mommy and daddy is always like, I'm trying really fucking hard. I'm being condescending now. But to look at a confrontation like this, be like, oh my God, that boss was being so fucking rude. Like, I feel like if you talk to the average service employee, they would fucking laugh at you. Like, that's a horribly rude boss to you? Like, holy shit, dude. Like, the fucking night shift guy is 10 times worse than that on a good day. Like, that... I don't know. Is it because she's a woman? Is that what it ultimately comes down to? Like, I can't tell at this point. Like, this is way too fucking autistic for me. I don't know, dudes. It's not because she's a woman, it's because she's a bitch and a cunt. I don't know, dude. Tell us about some of the mean bosses you've seen. My favorite meanest boss, the best bosses I ever had were probably at McDonald's. I think I've said this in the past. The cool bosses at McDonald's, the cool thing about McDonald's is that I think, unless they changed it, maybe it works for all McDonald's, maybe it was only in my region, but for McDonald's, they do the promotion within. So if you have a boss, he's your boss because not only does he know his shit, he knows your shit better than you do, right? All of the managers and all of the bosses that I had at my McDonald's were like that. They could work every area of the restaurant and they could do everything. And it was awesome. I like that. I respected the bosses that I had in fast food were the bosses that I respected more than any other job I've ever had. I guess I've only really had like 3 or 4 like real jobs though, but like they knew their shit, which is awesome. So we had a boss called Sean, okay? Sean was a huge hard ass. If you fucked around or did something stupid, not only is he going to shout at you for it in front of everybody, he's going to make you look like an incompetent fucking idiot. If you're falling behind on a station or chatting or fucking around, not only does he pull you off the station, tell you to go clean the restaurant, and tell you that you're moving like a fucking slug, but he will sit there and do your job right in front of everybody else like 15 fucking times faster than you will, and he will kill it at any fucking station, all right? Whether he's doing sandwich assembly or fucking grill or running window, whatever, he will do whatever fucking job, right? And these were like brutal encounters. Like I remember there was one girl, Katie, who ended up leaving one day crying, and she quit. She never came back after that day because she was like running grill or something, and Sean had asked her for something, I think to put on cookies or to pull something from the oven, and she like couldn't handle it, so he told her to go out and get a fucking mop and clean because that's all she could do, and then he went back and he ran the fucking area, right? Like in fast food, I saw these scenarios pretty often. In the kitchen, at the casino, in the kitchen, line cooking is brutal fucking shit. Never, if you fuck around on a line, you are never going to have the lead cook be like, hey dude, can you take a deep breath and I really need you to pick it up and I need you to go back, blah, blah, blah. That's never happening, dude. You're gonna have, at the very least, the lead cook is gonna be shouting at you. If not, every other person back in the kitchen is going to be shouting at you. Like, I feel like if you were to videotape, like, these scenarios, you guys would be, like, fucking shocked. Like, oh my God, that's so horrible. Like, oh my God, why is he shouting at that poor guy who's working? Dude, fucking lines are savage as fuck, and you need to be working hard and fast, and you have to be like precise in everything you do. And if you start to fuck up, people are gonna shout at you for doing it, right? Like I don't know, like I'm saying this because somebody asked me like, well, what have you seen that's been mean in the past? Like you can find some people that are being really fucking mean and very, very fucking forward. Not Gordon Ramsay level, like Hell's Kitchen, okay? I'm not necessarily saying that he's gonna be like shouting very creative insults, but like Hell's Kitchen doesn't do it justice, because you watch a 30-minute episode of like some cooking and you think that like that's bad, but like on a line, you have 6+ or during a really busy rush, right? You can have 2 to plus hours of back to back. Your face is red and you're drenching sweat and you're working constantly, running around, going to the back, getting prep, assembling shit, like handing off responsibilities and shit, communicating with everybody else in the kitchen. There's so much shit going on all the fucking time. Like, so like, I don't know, like this idea that I watch this and people are like,
What are your hours?
My hours is from 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
Okay. Why did you leave today at 2:45?
oh my God, she's being so fucking mean, dude. What a fucking cunt. Holy shit, this is so mean. Like, really, dude? Are you really? That's what you see that sets you off? That's what you think is like a really fucking mean boss? Like, what? I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Destiny is so far off base with Chad, it's hilarious. Dog, how do you not just understand the reason Chad is triggered at you? It's purely because you won't admit the lady is treating this dude like he is one of her students, being very condescending. Yeah, I don't know, Predius. I don't want to take that like that super blue-pilled route, but I have to wonder if it's just because she's a woman, if that's why people are freaking out so much. I'm not sure. Destiny, are you kidding me? Why does your personal experience in fast food get to negate the fact that the lady is clearly addressing the guy with a condescending tone? Like, I want to see, I wish I could put you guys in role-play scenarios. How do you address an employee's fuck-ups, discipline them, and all while they are being incredibly combative to you? How do you do that without ever sounding condescending? How the fuck are you able to? This would be like a role-playing game where you've got like 72 options and you've got to pick the exact right response every single time to get to the end of the conversation so that Yuffie doesn't like steal your materia or whatever. Like, you would have to answer the perfect set of. How do you discipline an employee who has fucked up multiple times in the past, who's fucked up so bad he comes into the office with his phone on, okay? that is combative at every point and won't admit a single fault, how do you address this employee without sounding a little bit condescending? Dusty, I don't know how you're missing the point this hard. She has a shit haircut, but it's not PC for us to talk about that. You're absolutely right, Dustin. There's no way to discipline your employees without being condescending. Great point. It's okay, little Jimmy. Shh, calm down. Just take a deep breath. I know that you're screaming right now. I know you're really upset. It's okay. It's okay, little Jimmy. Okay. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Now, little Jimmy, you know that you're not supposed to come in early, right? Oh, why not? They were firemen, though. Oh, it's okay. Shh. It's okay, little Jimmy. Shh. It's all right, little Jim. All right. Are you okay? Let's take some deep breaths. Maybe we can do some yoga. Maybe we can do some yoga if we need to, if you can calm down for this meeting, okay? I don't want you to be upset, okay? I'm your friend. I'm here to be your friend. That's my function as a boss, okay? Boss is actually secondary to me being a nice, kind friend to you, okay? I just want to help you, okay? Little Jimmy, I just want you to do better. I don't want to be mean to you. I don't want to be condescending, okay? I just want to sit here and I just want to be your best friend, okay? So, little Jimmy, you're not allowed to come in early. You know that, right? Not because I don't like you. Not because I hate you, okay? I just want you to be safe, little Jimmy. And I want the school to be safe, okay? Opening the school for the firefighters were not wrong. Henchmen, if the firefighters came into the building and something got fucked up, do you think that the janitor would be in trouble? Or do you think that he would totally get the slide on that? What do you think, dog? Okay. I'm sorry, but is it ever clear that he came in early on his own accord? It seems like he was told the firemen would be there and to arrive early. Where the fuck do you get that at? She was being an inarticulate cunt. How was she being inarticulate?
I didn't leave at 2:45.
You did.
I did not leave at 2:45.
We were calling you.
When I left, it was.
What time do you think you left?
When I left, when I was leaving out that door.
What time do you think you left?
When I was leaving out that door, it
What
was
time do you think you left?
2:52. When I was going out that door.
Why can't you just answer the question? I don't give a fuck what time you're going out the door. Dude, I think it's a shit employee, man. I don't know. It sounds like a shit employee to me. Maybe I'm biased, but like, this is a shit employee. Hey, what time did you leave yesterday, dog? Well, I was coming out of the freezer. Hey, what time did you leave yesterday, dog? Okay, I was walking out of the prep area. Well, hey, what the fuck time did you leave yesterday, dude? Like, I don't know, dude. the supervisors that I've known, especially the kitchen people, if they're asking you a question like this and you're like dancing around it, like they're gonna be shouting at you. Like he's going to be shouting at you. People in the front of the house are gonna fucking hear it. If somebody's asking you like, what time did you do this? And you're like, well, right. He's probably gonna be shouting at you by the end of this conversation. You can't be this fucking retarded, right?
When I left, when I was leaving out that door,
What time do you think you left?
when I was leaving out that door, it
What
was
time do you think you left?
2:52 when I was going out that door.
'Cause
She
you
never
left
gives him a chance to answer. She does, but he keeps going on his when I was at the door bullshit.
early.
I didn't leave early because I was here early.
What time do you work till?
I didn't leave early? What do you mean you didn't leave early? Well, what time do you work until?
What are your hours?
Miss Hoffman,
What
the
time-
fire.
What? You can't. Well, what? Are you? So you did leave early? What? You said you didn't leave early, but earlier you established that your hours are 6:30 to 3. Okay, what are your hours then? When are you supposed to work till? What are your hours?
The
Jonathan,
fire
Jonathan,
people that was here this morning
Jonathan.
was outside. They had to get
Jonathan,
in the building.
stop talking.
Don't give a fuck about the fire dudes.
What are your hours? What are your hours? I just want to hear them again. What are they?
I told you my hours already.
Tell me again.
From 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
6:30.
There you
to 3
go.
o'clock.
Why the fuck did you leave early?
Okay, and you left early today.
I didn't leave early.
You just said you left early, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck?
Did you leave before 3 o'clock?
I left before 3 o'clock.
Okay, why?
For the simple fact I had to come in here this morning because the fire people was out there outside, sitting outside in their cars, and they had to get in the building to do the fire alarm.
Why did you have to come in early to do that? What? Who the fuck told you to come in early? What? Are the firemen your boss now? Did those guys write your schedule? When you come to school in the morning, do you see the firemen walking out of the office? They just wrote up the schedule for all the janitorial duties? Is this?
Okay.
So I had to come in the building at 6:15. Miss
You had
Beckett
you had to? You had to come into the building at 6:15?
had to come in the building at 6:15. Miss Beckett, both of us came at the same time when I had
Who
to let them
told you
in.
to come at 6:15?
It's not. It's not.
Who told you to come at
It's not.
6:15?
It's not that I wanted to come in at 6:15.
I didn't want that.
See, Miss Hoffman, I was sitting outside on the fire.
Oh, so he wasn't called in. He was sitting outside early. Who said that somebody called him in to come here early? He wasn't called in. He was outside, saw the fire dudes, and decided to clock in or whatever and let him into the building.
People was outside waiting in the car to get inside the
Then
building.
they wait.
Then they wait.
We are not open until 6:30.
So they wait. They have to wait until 6:30 to get inside the building. Do the
Yep.
fire, do the fire alarm.
Yep.
I have
If they don't have a key, the building is not open until 6:30.
This is totally fine. That's it. She doesn't sound rude or bitchy or cuntish at all. She's literally just reading off and asking basic questions. If it's 6:30, then they could come in. If it's not 6:30, then they wait outside.
You don't adjust your hours just because you feel like it.
I didn't
You
do
can't. Yeah, you can't just let somebody in because you feel like it. Because you, the fuck, dude.
it because I felt like it, Miss Hoffman. I was
You
doing it
did.
to help the fire people to get
Who
inside the
told you
building.
to open the building early?
Now we go back. The reason why we have to repeat is because the employee doesn't understand that he did something fucking wrong. He goes back to this, well, I had to let the firemen in. Who the fuck told you to let the firemen in? Why don't you understand this? You don't make your own schedule, you don't come in early because you want to, and you don't get to make a unilateral decision to let people into the building if they don't have a key. So now we have to go back and ask again, who told you to let the firemen in?
Did your boss, Susan Opferman, tell you to start your hours early today?
I was not supposed
Did-
to start my hours early
Okay.
today, but
But no! You can't do that. You had it. You weren't supposed to start your hours early today. Thank you, Jonathan. Now, hopefully this doesn't happen again. But he keeps trying to fight it. Well, I wasn't supposed to come in early, but actually,
like I was
But
telling you, the
nothing.
fire people had to get inside. They was sitting
Who
out
is
there
your
for almost
boss?
an hour.
Who is your boss? Is your boss Susan Offerman or the fire marshal? Who is your boss?
Miss Hoffman, you was my boss.
Okay.
I never
what are
said
your
you was my
hours?
boss. I explained my hours to
6:30
you.
to 3.
Yes.
Okay, and we needed you at 2:45, and we're calling you on the walkie.
why are you expecting her to be reasonable when she's being condescending? Fucking kill you! Have I used to kill yourself yet today on any? I don't think I have on viewers. End the line. Kill yourself, you fucking idiot. If your boss asking you, what are your hours? Who's your boss, right? If that's condescending to you, then fucking apply for disability right now or some shit, dog. Because holy fuck, you're so fucked, dude. You're so fucked if you ever have to work for anybody. What the fuck?
Who is her boss?
And I called you on the phone finally because nobody could find you. And the guy
I
said
had
you left
just
early.
left. No, I did not leave early. I had just left when they said that. I had just left.
Jonathan, if you left before 3 o'clock, you left early. You left before your shift was done.
So let me explain this to you.
How can you not understand that? He's still fighting it. He will not acknowledge that he has made a mistake. We're at 3:06 in the video. I don't even think he's admitted that he left early yet. He doesn't ever acknowledge the mistake. Now we're going to go back and justify it again.
From yesterday when we had the meeting, I didn't get out of here until 3:15.
Why?
Because you had us in the meeting.
No, I finished on time.
No, it wasn't. When I left out that door,
I finished.
that's the time. That's the time I left out that door.
Yesterday.
Okay.
I did. I made it a point to finish on time yesterday because I do not want to keep you past your hours.
It was when I left out the building, Miss Hoffman. It was past 3 o'clock.
I don't know what you were doing between when you left that room at 3 o'clock to when you left this building.
Okay.
But I did not give you permission to leave early today. You left before your shift was over.
Correct way to go about this. I'm sorry. I understand now that I am not to start or leave early unless I get permission beforehand.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Yep.
You left before your shift was completed. Your shift finishes at 3 o'clock. And you left before 3 o'clock without permission. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay. I have to call HR. I just want you to know that.
Okay, and what
I don't know.
Finally, okay, we finally got it here. I didn't even remember this. He finally says, I understand at like 3:50, whatever.
I understand.
Okay. I have to call HR. I just want you to know that.
Okay, and
I don't know. I'm going to see what they say. Because you have
because I left
10
10 minutes before the time that I was in early.
Wait, so now you don't acknowledge that you made a mistake, or?
I mean.
No one asked you to come in early. No one asked you to come in early.
I don't understand.
You are not supposed to.
So you don't understand, but you just said you understood 20 seconds ago. Little Jim Jam, which one is it? Jimmy, do you understand, or do you not understand?
Open this building until 6:30. Your shift starts at 6:30.
I understand that. But like I said, I had to make the adjustment because they were sitting out.
Oh, so you don't understand. You're a dumb motherfucker. You didn't understand anything that I just fucking told you, that I just spent 3 minutes explaining. You don't understand shit. You're gonna go back and think that you were justified in coming in early. Okay, dude.
You did not have to make the adjustment.
Trying to get in.
You did not have to make the adjustment. The only one that changes your schedule is me. The only person that gives permission for your schedule to be different from 6:30
Destiny,
to 3
you are being
is
awfully condescending right now. Please calm down and talk in a less authoritative and less demeaning tone to lighten the mood here.
me. They are not your boss. I am very upset that you did not work your full shift today.
Okay, so if this is gonna be on me, you might as
I
well
would
get
love to side with the minority worker, but people have to be against her cause she's a woman even when she's right.
everybody else that leave the same time or leave early then too.
And
Because it's a lot more people doing that, just me. It seems like I'm being picked out.
well, we needed you today.
Every time, Miss Hoffman, you always picking me out the bunch.
Jonathan,
Now we're deflecting. Well, what about everybody else? Well, why are you always picking on me? It's not fair, blah, blah, blah.
You're harassing me right now.
You're harassing
You
me.
seem like I'm being harassed because it's every
I'm
time
harassing. I'm being harassed right now. You're harassing me.
here.
You're not being harassed.
I'm always in the meetings with you.
The funny thing is that, like, if you reverse the roles and you put an SJW employee here and like a nice, upstanding, tall, 6'3" British, well cleaned up white man, people would be saying like, "Look at this fucking triggered bitch. I'm being harassed. Awful. She thinks she's being harassed because she was fucking early and late and fucking what a dumb bitch. Oh my god, she thinks she's being harassed here, but because the roles are reversed."
At Destiny, a biggie here is, I'm always in the meetings with you. Quote.
And you always seem to be yelling and screaming at me, always telling me this, that, and the third, and it's getting to that frustration point.
Jonathan, I am not harassing you.
Yes, you are, Miss Hoffman. Yes, you are. You are harassing me.
Well, we're finished.
You are, Miss Hoffman.
We're finished.
Every time I come into this meeting with you, it's always something I'm doing. But what about everybody else?
Jonathan,
Everybody else
this
is doing.
meeting's done. Please stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm just voicing my frustration because just like you frustrated with me, I'm frustrated too.
I'm frustrated that you left before your 3 o'clock shift was over and this meeting is finished.
But you don't understand the fact that I was here.
The 10 minutes that you left earlier are now done. The 10 minutes that you owed the school are now finished. So, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know what HR says.
Okay.
At 6:30.
I don't know. I think she handled it pretty well. I mean, could she have been nicer? I guess. She could have been a million times meaner, though, and I still would have been understanding of it. I don't know, dude.
Destiny, I would have left early too
Summit
if my
1
bitch
GTR.
cunt boss clogged the toilet and wanted me to fish that shit out. God, what a fat cow. Can't believe Steven is siding with this Trump supporter.
I thought she was being exceptionally calm. Yeah, no, it was like... I don't know. Do you think that restaurants who make servers stay late if people won't leave are assholes? Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. I would have snapped way earlier? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Maybe he's a more relativist and thought his definition of justice is more in line with his actions. You don't think the who is your boss question can come off as condescending if it's obvious? It isn't obvious, though, because he thought that he could open the building without her permission. Do you think that people who take money to play video games and then don't do it are assholes? Hark, then I got to rank 1, okay? Be happy. Can I jump on a Discord for 2 minutes? Dude, I can't handle any more Discord talks. You ever run a business before? Listen, I'm the owner of Destiny.gg LLC, okay? This is actually why Joel quit. He was scheduled to release the Monday mails and he didn't do it. We had a big conversation. I asked him 3 times who his boss was.
Destiny is just a contrarian. First the U.S. airlines and now this. Steve got destroyed in these debates for sure. How many more defeats can one man handle? I came in early. Sorry you needed me. I didn't want to bother you that early. Won't happen again, my bad. Why did you need me? I'll go sort it out if it's still plausible. Thank you for having integrity.
Mean boss at work.
Hey, world, it's me
Ever
again.
thought about shitting
I got a
on
little
a
situation.
minority in person?
I went out last night. Had a good time. Worked 7 days a week, so I deserve to have a good time, right? This is the problem. I should have an understanding boss, but y'all know how shit that can go sometimes. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Sorry I'm late, boss.
You always late, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you always late for? Damn.
You shit the fuck I'm talking about? I can't win for losing. And guess what? This the kicker. That's my fucking brother. My little brother. I should have some kind of...
This is a 2 out of 10 meme. Fuck off. This is the fakest video I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, the Darren, like, that's a big thing that people, like, just are not realizing. Like, if you want to leave early, you can do it. Just ask somebody. Just make sure that I know, or somebody knows. Like, if you want to leave early, right? Sometimes people wanted to leave early on my shift. Like, there were a couple girls that really liked to go home together if they had the opportunity to, because they, like, shared rides, even though they weren't often scheduled together. That's fine. Just ask me, as long as I know about it, right? Do you want to take off early, 30 minutes early? Yeah, sure. Just make sure that you, right? Because oftentimes, like, maybe there's, like, one thing I want you to do. Like, go fill salt and pepper shakers, or wrap some silverware, or go do this thing, or just get that done, and then, yeah, you can have it. Like, just let somebody know. Fuck.
Can we move on from this subject already? I scrub toilets all day to support your internet addiction and help feed Nathan. I don't like it when you're upset. How has the cardio been, buddy? Do you listen to music or anything while exercising?
Nope. I just listen to the sweet sounds of my breathing. God damn it. Can you explain your political stance? You would have to ask me on my particular issue. I don't like political labels. I'm trying to abandon them. And using them and applying them and everything.
Corey, thanks for joining us.
Okay, what are we doing?
Corey, thanks for joining us. The only question that I can think to ask is, what were you thinking?
I wasn't really.
Did your parents say you could have a party?
No.
So
They didn't.
why did you?
Is this fake or?
I don't know, it was just a get together with a couple mates at first, and then we thought we might as well just have a bit of a party, and then it sort of just got out of hand, and yeah.
Well, 500 people turned up, the air wing of the police force, the dog squad, your neighbor's car.
Henchman 49 Destiny, I agree that he shouldn't have left early and could or should be fired for that. He is a goddamn moron and was bad, that one in that video. He should not open the premises for anyone that needs to get in, but he wasn't opening the door for just anyone. It was for safety check from another government agency, and that is a reasonable thing to let them in for. Dog, I totally disagree. That's not, it doesn't know. Why do you think that? Let's say that, okay. Let's say that I am a manager, okay? Let's say that let's say that I'm the manager of a day shift, okay? And my restaurant opens its doors at 9 a.m. Let's say that at 9 a.m. I either have FDA, food inspectors, or firemen, or anybody coming in to do some kind of, well, we'll say firemen or policemen are coming in to do some type of routine drill, okay? If I am there, okay, that is my restaurant until the next manager comes in, okay? Anything that happens to the restaurant under that time is something that I have to answer for, okay? If you ever wonder why bosses get so mad at employees sometimes, it's because shit rolls downhill, right? The boss isn't mad at you just because you fucked up. It's because the boss has to assume liability there as well. That's why bosses get paid more, because they have more responsibilities, right? If I if I have this restaurant at 9 a.m. and I come in at 10 or whatever, right? Let's say that I've got an employee that opens for me, okay? Or say that I come in right at 9 and I've got an employee that comes in at 9, right? If I get to that restaurant and I find out that my employee opened the doors 30 minutes early to let in somebody that wasn't scheduled to be there until I'm there, that's not cool. Maybe nothing happens, but if anything had happened to that restaurant for the 30 minutes that I wasn't there, fuck, that's on me. That's my responsibility now. My employee opened the door 30 minutes early on a restaurant that I had responsibility over, and now anything that goes wrong there, if they fuck around and blow the place up for some stupid shit, like, I'm fucked. Like, it's not cool. That liability thing is a massive fucking thing. Like, the liability thing is really, 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 really important. And I feel like nobody understands how important the liability is because you guys always assume that, like, well, nothing will happen. And it's like the most naive. That's not why we worry about liability, right? This is why if customers are getting unruly or people are fucking around too much, this is why you call the fucking cops immediately. You call the cops as soon as you think there's problems, because I'm not going to touch an employee, even if it's a scrawny fucking dude. I'm not putting my hands on that motherfucker, because what if I injure him? What if he has a heart attack and fucking falls over? What if he wants to get into a fist fight with me and he gets injured, right? What if somebody else sees it and thinks that I mistreat him? Fuck that. I'm calling the police and I'm shifting the liability to them. They can come in and take care of it, and it's off my fucking hands, right? Because I'm responsible for everything that happens in my restaurant while I'm there, so I want to be as responsible with dealing with the liability as possible. I agree in that case, but do we know when that check was scheduled for? In your hypothetical, this employee is in the wrong. In this case, since there are many unknowns, he could possibly be in the right. I am 100% correct that if any intelligent person were to analyze both of our arguments, they would always side with me in saying that almost certainly he was not allowed to let the fire marshal in before the scheduled time, okay? I'm almost positive that your hypothetical requires me to suspend multiple reasonable assumptions. So one, you're saying that maybe they were supposed to go in early, but the owner of the building didn't know. Maybe they were supposed to go in early and the owner of the building was told and didn't tell anybody. Maybe they were supposed to go in early and the owner of the building knew that, but she wanted to get the employee in trouble anyway. None of these things make sense. These are not reasonable assumptions that reasonable people make. You are stretching the boundaries of this and reaching so hard. It sounds to me like they were scheduled to come in at 6:30. They got there a little bit early, and she wasn't there yet, and they should have just waited.
Fall on their head. If the Ministry of Labor comes by, they can get a $10,000 fine. Sucks for him, right? I can get a $100,000 fine if he doesn't wear his hard hat. Liability is a bitch.
Destiny, that's the point. Maybe they had a reason to go in early. Sure. So if the fire marshal has a reason to go in early, he can do one of two things. He can call the owner of the building, or he can break his way in. If he sees an employee there, okay, which is fine, which the fire marshal has a right to do it. The firemen have a right to do that. If there's an emergency and they need to break their way in, they can do it. So they can either break their way in, or they can contact the owner of the building to ask for ways to get in. If they happen to see an employee there who has keys, they could ask the employee in, right? Which is fine for the fire marshal to do. And at that point, your only alternative as an employee is to say, yeah, sure thing. Give me 1 second. You call your boss, and when you get a hold of your boss, you say like, hey, these guys say that there is an emergency or something, or they need to get into the building early. Can I let them in? The boss says yes. Now, if you try to get a hold of your boss and you can't, then at that point, you have to make a reasonable judgment call. If he would have left a message on his boss's voicemail and he would have said, hey, boss, there are fire marshals at the building right now. They say that they need to get in early. However, I know that I'm not supposed to open the building until 6:30. I'm trying to call you to see if it's okay to let them in. You're not answering. Since it's the fire marshal, I'm going to go ahead and let them in. Call me back, immediately if you want me to tell them to leave or whatever. Like, this is what I'm doing, right? If he had taken that many steps, then at that point, he did what he could. I wouldn't fault him there. Like, if something happens, like, I hope the school backs him up. He made good faith to contact the school. The fire marshal assured him that there was an emergency or some reason they needed into that building beforehand, right? I would say, let the employee slide there. Like, it's fine. I mean, like, he tried his best, right? He could make either decision there, and I would be okay with it. If he doesn't let him in because liability is not supposed to, whatever, sure. If he does let him in because they're firemen or whatever, and they say they need to get in, then, yeah, sure, right? If they're going to break it down anyway, right? Steve, don't let these turds wrestle you. Your thought pattern is always so consistent. So much that I would love to spread my butt cheeks across your face like butter and fire. Yeah, nice job, dude. Destiny, I highly doubt that if he let them in early but stayed at work until 3, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble. How do you know that? I don't care. I'm not reading the rest of your comment. If you're psychic, go buy a lottery ticket or work for criminal investigators or whatever. If you guys can read minds, because that's what you're doing, because you're using a video where you have no evidence to make this claim, and you're extrapolating something based on whatever information you can pull from her skull through the 480p quality YouTube video, go work for somebody else. Don't waste your time in my fucking chat, dude. You can get paid big fucking bucks if you can pull that kind of information out of somebody's head from a video. You don't know if she would have been mad or not. You don't know if he would have gotten in trouble or not. Don't act like you know. There was nothing in the video to support that, okay? What we had in the video was him clearly breaking the rules, clearly disavowing that, or not acknowledging that he broke the rules, clearly being defensive and combative, and clearly diffusing responsibility or shirking it on other employees, right? These are the things that we saw. You can't tell me that if he would have followed the rules here or here, he would have gotten in trouble anyway. You don't fucking know that. You're not psychic. Don't pretend to be. I'm sure I could argue against your hypothetical of the janitor not letting them in after they told him it was an emergency using your own logic. He doesn't have to let them in. They can break in if it's an emergency, dude. They can break in. If I come to my house and there's a fire inside and there are firefighters outside or some shit and they're like, dude, open the door. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. They can just break the fucking door down. They don't need my permission, I don't think, to get in. If it's on fire, if there's an emergency, if they've deemed there's an emergency. I know for the cops, they don't, right? If I come up to my house and a bunch of cops are dressed in full SWAT outside my door and they're like, hey, we're about to go in. Can you unlock the door? And I'm like, no, fuck that shit, right? They can fucking break your door down. If I was the employer, I'm pretty sure using your logic, you could justify the employer getting the janitor in trouble for it. Okay, dude. Can we move on? Can we move on yet? Do you think it might be tainted because of your old retarded bosses? I'm not sure. Where the fuck is Kyle at? I have to go pick Aaron up from the airport in like an hour or two. So you just send them away because there's no emergency. An inspection is never an emergency. Dog, they were scheduled to be there at 6:30. They got there early. They can wait outside for 15 minutes. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna make it, dude. They're gonna make it. I think all of the firefighters would have pulled through the traumatic experience of being there for 15 minutes early, okay? They would have been okay. All they would be doing otherwise is sitting around the firehouse, doing fuck all, or driving around to fucking pull cats out of trees, okay? It would have been just fucking fine, all right? Or the 50 other million things that they do to get paid while they're sitting there getting paid being a firefighter, okay? It would have been okay, all right? In a hypothetical, if he had stayed until 3 o'clock, he would have been fine. That's the point. In some case, he could be innocent. You are using the case where we assume he is guilty. He should be innocent until proven guilty. What? What do you mean? He left early. Do you think fires don't happen? That shit's dangerous work. Maybe I listen to the radio too much. I have a really negative opinion of firefighters. I don't know, dude. Or maybe it's just my city. What? All right, here's my controversial opinion of the day, and it wasn't even this, okay? This is what it sounds like. Okay, this is really mean. This is what it sounds like goes on with firefighters. One, they can always unionize, or they have big firefighter unions. They can always pressure the city for higher wages. They spike the fuck out of their pensions by working overtime in their final fucking years, so they get paid more in pensions than they do for their normal fucking salary. Three, okay, typically, firefighters are working multiple jobs. So what a firefighter does is when they go to work their shifts, they're on call. So they go and they live in the fucking fire station for a day or 2 or 3 or whatever, however long, right? While they're on call, or for 12-hour shifts, right? But what they actually do when they're on call getting paid as a firefighter is they're running other businesses out of the firehouse. So while they're getting paid for being a firefighter and not really doing too much, because it's not fucking fires all the time, let's be real, right? They're also getting paid to respond to part of their job is also responding to minor medical emergencies, right? It's not just putting out fires, right? They're also getting paid to run their businesses on the side. So firefighters are banking like mad fucking money while they're pressuring the system for higher and higher pensions, while they're pressuring the system to send out like fucking 5 dudes on a fire truck every time they get a fucking call and shit. Like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just firefighters in Omaha. Like, I've got like a pretty bad, I have like pretty low opinions of firefighters in this area. I also live in Omaha. I haven't heard of any of this firefighter hatred stuff. What? You live in Omaha? You don't remember 4 men on a truck, dude? Like, this must have been like 8 or 9 years. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to find this, am I? There was a huge issue, dog. Remember, this was when I was carpet cleaning, because I remember listening to this when I would drive around from job to job. Maybe 9 years ago would have been, or 8 years ago would have been carpet cleaning. Remember, there was an issue where the city was trying to find ways to save money on services, right? But the unions will fucking fight tooth and nail. They will never, ever, ever, ever give anything. Okay, they will never give anything for anything because they're emergency services, right? So they're like the holy grail, right? So one of the things that people brought up that I think the city was trying to save money was maybe when we send out a fire truck, maybe we don't always have to have 4 people on the truck, right? That was the thing for staffing. They always had to have enough to send out 4 people on a truck every time a truck rolled, right? Well, the problem is you can do a truck roll for like an old lady is choking on something or an old lady fell in a house. So you need to drive somewhere and pick her up or call an ambulance or some shit, right? Every single time a truck was leaving, they've got 4 men rolling out on these trucks, right? So what the city tried to say is like, well, maybe we should have, maybe we can only send 2, maybe we don't have to deploy a fire truck all the time, right? The way that they talked about this in Omaha was like 4 men on a truck or whatever. Is how the radio always talked about it. But the people fucking freaked out. Holy shit. It's like, what if I need to run into a burning building and there's debris falling all around and 9/11 planes are crashing all over and fucking bombs are going off everywhere and now I've only got like 1 person with me on the truck and now we're getting fucking like, holy shit, dude. Firefighters probably have nothing to do in a shithole in the middle of the country, but where it's important on the East Coast, it isn't like that. Yeah, that's nice, dude. When he broke his spine, the doctors told him they were basketball players. And why the white coats, he asked. The doctors were forced to give up the lie. What? Say if you have 3 men on the truck for 1 job and the next year requires 4, they have to go back to the fire. A lot of that fire truck work is emergency service work is downtime. For the firemen shit, at least in Omaha, a lot of it is downtime. You're not like driving from job to job to job to job to job. Oh, 2009. Fire union sues over truck staffing levels. The Omaha firefighters sue the city saying city officials have failed to comply with the state labor commission's ruling on staffing levels for fire trucks, among other issues. The lawsuit asks the Douglas County district judge to require the city to comply with a minimum staffing level of 4 firefighters per truck and to reward union members with back pay for the times in 2008 that rigs went out with less than full complement. Oh, dude, this was a heated fucking discussion. I think right now our firefighters union and our police union are actually fighting each other over mayoral candidates, although that election happened on Tuesday. Have you actually done an analysis on how much a firefighter does, or are you just assuming? Oh, these are all just stories and shit that I hear all the time. I guess I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen any stats to prove me wrong, or any stats to prove me right, so I'm not sure. It's all just stories and shit. I could be wrong. That's 100% an American thing because I've had fire trucks come around with only a couple of people for remedial stuff. Well, but that's the thing in Omaha, that if let's say that my cat is stuck in a tree, 911. Hello, I really need somebody to come out here, please. My fucking cat's in a tree, he's gonna die. They'll roll out a full truck with 4 fucking people on it to come out, right? And it's like a huge waste of money. But you can never touch emergency services because they'll always win in the public eye. You can never, ever, you just can't do it. You can't fix their pensions, you can't fix any problems, you can't address staffing or efficiency. You can never touch emergency services. That's always a losing battle. Because you hate the firefighters or hate the policemen or whatever. Are you pro or anti-union? How often they try and pull fucking bullshit like forcing minimum manning requirements all the time, no matter any... I mean, I think that unions have their place. I think that they can be good and they can be bad. I don't know. It just depends. The guy that I talked yesterday that said he was a union janitor sounded like somebody that would make me not like unions. I don't know, dude. When firefighters go to high school, they advertise, all they say is how much downtime you have and even say shit like in your first year you only need to respond to about 10 fires. Why do you hate our first responders? Do you remember when the towers fell? Yeah, the Darren, yeah. Isn't it mostly about messaging with those sorts of things? Nah, the attack ads write themselves. You can't do fuck all about emergency services. It's crazy, dude. Where were you when they built the ladder to heaven? 9/11. Damn. I don't know what that means. Oh, shit. I didn't do another Monday mail. I need to post that thread. Hold on. Standing up for workers' rights equals making sure workers get paid well, which people consider greedy, I guess. Yeah, because it's literally the only side there is to anything, right? Unions are 100% the perfect embodiment of all that's holy. Actually, so here's something that a lot of people don't really realize. When you're talking about the Bible is actually comprised of many books. There weren't always the same amount of books in the Bible. There used to be more books. But I think they had the conventions or whatever to decide which books, end up making the final cut, how many Gospels of Jesus will be in the Bible and whatnot. One of the really controversial edits was somewhat recently, I want to say this was in the early 1900s, it was right before World War I, there was actually going to be the Book of Labor Unions. It was actually going to come right after the Gospel of John, right before they jump into Acts 1 or whatever for the life after, Jesus died. And in the Book of Labor Unions, it was talked about how these labor unions were sent from God to be these divine, holy things that could never, ever go wrong, that were always right in every issue that they fought for, that could never be corrupted or, negative or have any bad impacts anywhere. And it was really cool. They were recently, it was in the early 2000s. They brought it back up again in the Vatican with, was it John Paul that was in? And they were going to bring it back to try to see if they could get the Book of Labor Unions in. But then the United Auto Workers completely fucked the car companies in the United States because they're some of the most overpaid fucking workers in the history of the fucking planet. And people didn't think it would be popular to try to get that book back in. What's up, my dude?
My dude. You watching me win this game, dude?
Nope, but I'm waiting for it.
Oh.
Weren't the UAW, wasn't the average auto worker in the United States making like $80 an hour when you included all of their wages and shit, or benefits? Oh yeah, now that we're talking to Mr. Mooten, we're going to work on our S's more today, okay? Are you excited, Mr. Mooten?
I'm excited.
You excited? Okay, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try and talk like you, dude, so I can have like the
shit.
John.
You can make your S's in so many different ways,
Yo,
dude. Holy shit.
I'll fuck it up, dude.
It's your
Today I've been doing really well, dude. I'm gonna let you know.
Oh shit.
Debbie, my uncle was a
What's up,
firefighter
my
in
dudes?
upstate NY, and when I'd visit their station, it's a fucking man cave. They had a bar, huge, arcade games, but you know what, buddy? They deserve it. These are our men and women protecting us in our time of need, Pepe.
Sorry, hold on. Destiny, it's pretty sad to see you. Oh my god, this is so hard. It's pretty sad to see you belittle first responders. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. I feel like I can't be taken seriously when I talk like this. Like, first, the consonants, the T sounds that follow or come before, KS, and then ST. So first is very difficult to do. Just because you are critiquing some aspects of a first responder's job doesn't mean that you hate the first responders. All right. Next thing you know, X is a really hard one as well, but that's like because the letter X is just a KS. Why do you hate people with lisps? I never hate people with lisps. Things that require a lot of movement of the lips are also very difficult. One of the words on my shit to practice, juice is like impossible. Juice. Destiny, it was really hard to understand what you just said. All I could make out was fuck all firefighters. We need another 11 to thin them out. What the fuck? Like drinking orange juice. Juice. Holy shit. Are you taking speech courses together with Nathan? No, I'm a fucking adult, dude. I'll learn this shit way faster than he did. Hopefully. Alright, I posted the Monday Mail questions.
"3 months, my dude. Luckily, I love you more than I hate myself. Less than 3.
Wow! I'll bet you 5 monies that you can't get through this mess your first try. 3 sweet switches. Oh shit, I kind of fucked up the last word. Yep, I tried it.
Hey Destiny, why did the chicken cross the road? To unlock the school on the other side.
Boom.
She sells seashells on a seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. If she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Isn't it harder for adults to learn something than a child, since you're not only learning something new, you're correcting a mistake? Yes, but we are not children, and we're more disciplined than them, so fuck kids. But not literally. What?
Cars were being destroyed. What have your parents had to say, Corey?
I haven't really talked to them because every time they call, I don't answer. Because, yeah, they probably try to kill me.
So that's a short-term strategy. You're going to have to talk to them eventually. What are you going to say?
Sorry.
Are you sorry?
Close enough, Clappa.
Yeah, I am.
You don't sound very sorry.
Dude, do you think is this Kelly Jean's mom? A little bit, do you think?
But I can't be exactly blaming it happened because it wasn't in the house. It was out in the street, and I didn't do it. Like, the police said, you stay inside so you don't get in trouble, so I did what he said, so...
Why don't you take this opportunity now to apologise to your parents and to your neighbours who have said today that they were frightened?
Well, I've already offered, like, to say sorry to them and stuff when I see them, so... I will say sorry now for everything that happened.
Why don't you take your glasses off so we can see you? And then apologise to your neighbours for frightening them.
Nah, I'll leave these on. Nah, I like them.
They might be fined $20,000. Are you going to try and pay that for them?
Yeah, but I don't think it's fair they'll be fined it because what happened, it was my party, but it could have just been any random person walking in the street doing it. What happens all the time.
Your parents were out of town. You put out the invitation. You started it. Why don't you make a grown-up decision now and accept responsibility, take off those glasses and apologise to everybody that you frightened, to the police who were forced to retreat and whose cars have been damaged, and to the community who've had to pay for this. Take off your glasses and apologise to us.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses.
Why not?
Because they're famous.
Because your glasses are famous.
Yeah.
Why are your glasses famous?
Because I'm wearing them.
Everyone likes them, so I don't know, I'm not taking them off.
You're pretty happy with the way you look and the attitude you've got, are you?
Yeah, my parents aren't, but I am.
Okay, Corey, we've got to wrap this up, but what would you say to other kids who were thinking of partying when their parents are out of town?
Get me to do it for you.
Get you to do it for you. Not don't do it.
Nah, get me to do it for you. Best party ever so far. That's what everyone's been
Story
saying.
time. Destiny is at a red light getting ready to race a big tech
Good
truck.
long hard look at yourself.
He rolls down his window to talk shit because he has
Everyone
a dank
has. I love
Focus
it.
RS. Hey SST hitter, do you need a St. Tapsith tool to get in and out of your Penishesh Dunthian?
Nice.
Kids who were thinking of partying when their parents are out of town.
Get me to do it for you. Get me to do it for you. Best party ever so far. That's what everyone's been saying, so...
Well, we've got to go, but I suggest you go away and take a good long hard look at yourself.
I have. Everyone has. They love it.
Nice meme. Whoa, you ready?
Yep.
All right, dude. You know what
I've been doing well
is,
today,
right?
so yeah, don't fuck me up, bro.
Rank 2
1
or higher, okay? I'll give you a
Damn
little bit of leeway in case because we could
in
get
case
fucked.
you make a mistake. Yeah, you could make a mistake. Yeah, it's. Are you logging on?
Yeah, I go ahead and do that.
I'm glad you debated that video for, what, 3 hours today?
Shh.
Shh.
Alright, I've got time for like 2 games, okay?
Okay.
2 rank 1 games.
Yeah, 2 rank 1 finishes, of course.
Hi, I love you.
Well, I love you too, buddy. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time, okay? So, when I was growing up, I pronounced all of my S's on the side of my mouth, like this. They all sounded like this, and it was really bad. And then growing up, I fixed it so that all of my S's were being said like this. But the problem is that this kind of pronunciation of an S produces a lot of lower jaw movement. Over the past 5 years, I've improved it to this. Audibly, this sounds fine. You can't really tell right now that I have it's not a list, but you can't tell right now that I vocalized the S incorrectly. The air is coming out of the left front side of my mouth. This is anatomically an incorrect way to produce an S. Orally, it sounds okay, but visually, it is not okay because it causes a little bit of jaw displacement when I talk quickly. So I'm trying to learn. I finally have speech therapy lessons, and I'm finally trying to learn how to pronounce an S correctly. And that is, so my first session was last week, so this is me trying to do it correctly. So I'm gonna do this for like a week or 2, and then hopefully it should start to sound more normal as time goes on, and then yeah, there we go. Why didn't your parents love you enough to give you speech therapy? They did, but she taught me to say it incorrectly, which it used to be really bad, but then orally it became okay, but visually it was off. Z noises are really hard to do as well. Is a Z, I think, technically. What will you do if it's unfixable because you're too old? I reject that assumption. I don't think I would kill myself if I thought I was unable to learn any new abilities. Fuck off, I'm not that old, dude. I think you should be able to fix any behavior with enough practice, right? Anatomically, I'm capable of making the noise correctly. I think I am. So.
Yeah, just stop being gay.
Nice meme. Nice meme.
Nice meme.
No. Look at these places that we're not going to land, okay?
I don't want to land there.
Okay.
Where are we going? Can you mark it?
No. We could do a pachinker.
Okay.
No, go over here. Over here. Go, now. You see where I marked?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it actually causing health problems or something, or just something arbitrarily, or just someone arbitrarily saying what's a right or wrong way? Well, there is an anatomically accepted way to say S noises. Everybody says it a certain way, and it doesn't cause any visual movement in the jaw when you say it anatomically correctly. Also, the correct way, this way... How? Okay, I don't know why I took damage for that fall, but the anatomically...
You went to the wrong one.
Yeah, I'm just starting here. Why loot the exact same area, you fucking idiot?
Well, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
That you know.
The anatomically correct way to pronounce an S is also very symmetrical, whereas this is very asymmetrical, where I pronounce it out of just the side of my mouth. It's not... probably not good.
How's your day been, dude?
Pretty good. How about you, buddy?
It's been alright.
Wow.
Did you call your mom?
Fuck,
Wish her happy
no,
Mother's Day?
not yet. I gotta call Nathan's mom too, probably. No, she's okay.
Yeah, why do you have to call the... I guess I don't know. Never mind. Guess she's a mom too, right?
I mean, technically, right? It's my kid.
I hope.
I mean, that means you have to give me something
Could've
for
been.
Father's Day, right?
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Okay.
I'll get you a rank 1 finish today.
Do you have problems with TH? No, I can do T and the and sh. I can do every other sound just fine, just not S's. I don't know why. Why do you think it would correct itself if you keep forcing the lisp? I'm not forcing a lisp right now. Right now I'm pronouncing the S by moving the air down the center of my tongue. A week ago I didn't think it was possible to even do this. So the goal is, once I'm comfortable, the sides of my tongue have gotten strong enough and I'm comfortable enunciating the S like this, then I can clean up this behavior and move on to something more orally correct. So right now what's probably happening, I think she said that in starting off, the sound is a fronted S right now because my tongue is probably coming too far forward, but going from here to an anatomically and orally correct S is easy or trivial. It should be. But from here, it's very, very difficult to get from here, this S right here, because no air. I'm moving to the next area, okay?
Do you need a level 1 thing?
No. No air when I'm making this S is moving down the center of my tongue. My tongue is completely flat. When I make an S like this, my tongue is completely flat, and the air is escaping to the side. So from here, it's impossible to ever create a correct S. From here, it's easily possible to make a correct S. I just need to get used to saying them like this, and then hopefully, because I can hear that it doesn't sound correctly, hopefully over time it improves. Have you noticed a larger than normal muscle on the side of your jaw? I don't think so. But doing this after a few hours gets very tiring to me. Yesterday, I was doing it for the first half of the stream, and then I stopped doing it as the day went on because it's just very, very, very tiring for the sides of my mouth. So you have to think about it every time you need to make an S sound. If you don't, doesn't that mean you can just move on with her next step? No, I have to think about this a lot. This requires a lot of brain power. That's why I played so poorly yesterday.
Yeah, that was what it was, yeah.
But no, I have to think about every S I say here and consciously remember to do it differently than how I'm used to.
There's a care package directly behind us, pretty far though.
Wow, thanks. I'm gonna go run over there and grab that, okay?
Okay.
Is it possible to get rid of a stutter? Stutters are isn't that a physiological thing? I dropped a 2x scope in this building if you need it, okay?
Okay. I'm going to the houses across.
Good. Am I going to do more than one session? Yeah, I'm gonna go until it's fixed. I mean, public speaking is kind of my job, right? Technically, like... When are we getting more Chrono Trigger? I don't know. On Wednesday? Oof, I'm gonna have my new car on Wednesday. Wednesday? Oh, shit.
You're gonna go race people?
No, dude. The first 1,000 miles.
Oh, yeah, you have to hang out, yeah.
Baby as fuck.
Break it in, dude.
20 miles an hour everywhere I go, okay?
Did you see the car Kirby got?
No, what was it?
I'm sure he'll say it in chat. I don't remember what it was called. It was sick as fuck, though, boy.
Oh, shit. I know, I'm just kidding, Kirby, fuck off. Technically, you're not supposed to cruise a fuck ton on a new engine, I don't think. I don't remember what I read. You're supposed to open the throttle at low RPMs so the cylinder bores or whatever, so that, oh my god, so that the cylinder bores are all equally memed or whatever. Otherwise, you can risk causing some bullshit to happen with it. I don't know. I'll read more about it when I actually get it on Wednesday. Oh shit, that's you.
You want to down me again for the stream, or? Yeah, it was funny. Exhale into your mic.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was. That's why I said exhale.
Yeah, Kirby, I heard that. The reason why the reason why there are like 25 miles on the car anyways because it's already broken into the factory. Yeah, dude. Can I still slurp?
M1684 with 556 in my building top roof.
Yeah, tell me when you find an M4. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find one. If you want the ammo, you can come grab it.
I don't want the ammo. I don't need that shit.
You want a red dot sight?
Nope, don't need that shit either.
Good, because I wasn't gonna give it to you. Damn, told him, chat.
I had a stutter that I was able to correct. I thought that stutters were like stutter. Holy shit. The consonant is too much for me. All right, over here this way. I'm IP banning. Everybody say goodbye to Kirby in chat, okay? I'm IP banning.
Later, Kirby.
If that's a Manning link, you're IP banned permanently.
I'll check it. I think it is, dude. Oh no, it's not, dude.
Okay.
You're good. Aren't some stutters like psychosomatic though? I don't even know if psychosomatic's the right word, but
What a psychosomatic.
it's like
what does that mean for you?
of the mind, right?
Yeah.
Psychosomatics of the mind, yeah.
Hitler, I think, suffered. Didn't Hitler suffer psychosomatic blindness?
Not sure.
But yeah, stupid
But yeah.
shit like that. Yeah. I don't know. I thought they were physiological. Like if you had a stutter, it was because like a weak muscle or something in the brain, like an actual thing. But I could be wrong.
We got a suppressor and a 4x, dude. We're winning this game.
Doubt it. And I doubt it. Car? In the distance? Distance?
Yeah. Bullet loops in my building if you want it.
I already got some.
it.
I got tons. Oh shit!
It's not at me.
Let's go, let's go.
Okay.
Move out! That was.
Make sure your mic's unmuted.
Yeah. Oh wait, did that door just open? Is this an EV negative decision?
I think so.
Okay, hide, just hide, don't.
I'm hiding.
Okay, yeah, just chill.
You think he's in the second story of that building? No.
They're like right ahead of us.
Yeah. I think he just killed that guy.
You should document your progress on your YouTube.
Do you wanna
It
go?
would be pretty cool to see you
Sneak.
overcome the speech problem.
Move up to the building, maybe?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Are we going round and to the left?
To the right, just walk it.
To the right?
Where?
Do you think he was second story?
No. Oh, wait, we see the
Sorry.
body. Oh, I see him moving.
Where? Give me distance.
South? South? Like
Okay, south?
Yeah. One is in that little shack thing. I think he's in that little
Oh.
shack. Do you see him?
No, I know what you're talking about though.
I'm gonna
In the
fire.
shack thing? Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, I do.
He's coming out
I
now.
see him.
Ready?
Yeah, yeah, he's running up, I think.
Yeah, he might be running up into us. Get ready.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get him. Knocked out.
You knocked him
Allies
out?
here.
Yeah, the other here.
Okay, I'm hidden.
His allies
You got
dead.
him.
His
Yep.
allies.
Nice. 8x first aid. Holy shit. Shh.
I'm gonna go loot his ally.
Okay.
Nobody should be around here, right? Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Wait, does he have an M4?
He has a suppressor. If you want that. One M16 and a Car 98 if you want to snipe with that.
Don't want that shit.
You really don't? You hear the car?
No.
Oh. Do you have any boosters?
Yeah. Oh, only
How many?
4 energy drinks.
Okay. I have 3 painkillers. You want to trade? One for one.
Sure. What am I trading?
Just give me an energy drink and I'll give you a painkiller. Dropped. I'm gonna go grab a extended mag.
Okay, hurry, we need to run.
Yeah. Never mind, they didn't have one.
Idiot.
Wow, thanks for the good jobs, chat.
Wow, Dusty buddy, you sound very extra cool today. Did you change something with how the way you talk? Whatever it is, keep up the good work. I am very proud of you, God bless. Bonus meme, wee woo.
Wow, thanks.
For what?
Somebody donated something and they said something very kind to me, Mr. Mooten.
Good.
Yeah.
You don't get kind words very often.
Not very often.
Yeah.
You have an 8x, right?
I have a 4.
Oh man, oh Rainy, one of the eye tracker companies wanted to sponsor me a long time ago when I was playing Rust. I should contact him again, I could probably get one for free. Actually, I'll add that to my to-do. I should do that.
You're gonna email him or whatever to try and do that?
Yeah, or buy one, I guess. I don't know. Guess.
What are you trying to say?
Guess. Like a guess? Like make an educated guess?
Guess. Yeah.
Guess.
Yeah.
Guess. Can you guess what I'm saying, Mr. Mooten?
Yeah, I can guess it now.
Oh shit. Holy fucking AIDS, cancer, Batman. Cancer. Oh, that was better. Cancer.
That was a good one. Yeah,
that's a good. Oh, that's a good.
You're good at that
Maybe
one.
cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer's the word. Cancer and AIDS.
If you were in school, you'd have an aid since you have that fucking stutter. that was pretty good.
Wait, who was the stutter guy?
In what? Oh,
there
that I called
was like a
stutters
stutter
on Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Stanledge, I think.
Wow.
He
Careful.
wasn't even like stuttering. It was just a meme. Yeah.
Could be Mimi.
There's a flipped over motorbike here.
Oh shit! I know what they're saying about the right click shit.
What?
If you hold right click, you can still do the hip fire shit and.
Yeah, it's like more accurate.
Alright, are we leaving?
Yeah, let's go. Wait, do you want to wait here for the blue or like right here?
Yeah. Why we?
Oh, you want to go in? Clearing this. Cleared. M16A4.
Fuck. Alright. Hopefully we don't have to cross the bridge. Alright. Running along the shore.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I was the fucking bridge warrior earlier.
Were you?
How did you get out this window?
Oh my god.
Wait, no, how?
There's a
closed for
fucking
me.
door.
There's a door? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. You went to the other side. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on. It looked like you just went through the window. Right a minute.
Wait, generic mistake. You can use, if you have a 2x scope on, you can use that as part of this right click thing? The 2x scope will actually help you here?
What? How?
I don't know, read his thing. That's why a lot of people like the 2x, that hipfire is almost as good as the aim down sight, so if you use the 2x, they are just a bit too far. What's he saying there?
Don't know. Thanks, Callum.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, here comes Mike-Com pretending he knows anything about what he's
Anything
talking
about
here.
cars. Yeah.
Once again, because he bought a fucking Ford Mustang 7 years ago, he thinks he's like a fucking professional racer now.
I think he's buying an M3 right now.
Really?
Yep. He's picking it up from the factory and everything, dude. It's gonna be lit.
Shit.
Just run. Don't look. Leave the looking to me.
Okay, my bad, dude. I can't really tell. Do you think does this feel like a rank 2 game or a rank 1 game? Can you tell?
I'm gonna go with the rank 1 game. I've been getting a lot of rank 2s earlier today.
Oh. Scary memes here.
What? Just run around it.
Okay.
Blue's coming in too.
Okay. $41 alive still. Holy shit.
Wow, thanks for the follow, my dude.
Careful. Someone could be hiding these rocks.
No one's gonna be hiding in these rocks.
Okay, my dude.
If they are, then I'm quitting.
Well, that's what we're planning
Because
on
that's
doing,
a
right?
new level of yeah.
We're gonna be hiding
yeah.
in these.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, but
Vehicle
not
parked over
everybody's
there.
dishonorable.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, yeah.
If I had to guess, I would say these guys are probably at the barn up here. One of the 2 barns.
That's what I would think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Look.
Destiny, I'm
2
tired
vehicles
of this
pulled right up to
other
the barns.
Kirby in your chat.
Yep.
You must now
That's
choose
a
either
murder
the
barn.
Oh
Dr.
shit, we got,
Kirby or
Blue.
the other regular
Yeah.
Kirby.
Yeah. Fuck.
I will also accept a straw poll from chat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, this is going in way farther than I thought it would. We're gonna have to hug like right up next to the barn. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah, I see. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Do you see? See it? You see it? See it? Oh
I
my
got
God.
shot. Is
They're
that from
behind
behind?
us!
They're behind us!
What? Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure. Okay.
I
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna live, dude.
Nice. Well played.
Thanks for the follows, Graham Priest and Messenger too, and Pandemonium and Sloppy T. Do you want to come jump on the tires and do a one jump?
No, I'm good.
I knocked it out in one jump.
Coming to Greenville Technical College, you get the most bang for your buck. I went through 2-year degree with not a penny of debt. Anything you see in industry, you're more than likely to see it here at Greenville Tech.
Watch as a 9-year-old girl walking home from school is chased by 2 teenage boys. The sheriff's office first described this as an attempted kidnapping case. While they determined the teens were not trying to abduct the child, one of them is still facing charges tonight.
Where are we going?
Avery Cotton joins us live in Pasco County. And Avery, this one really got the sheriff angry.
Wow, thanks for the follows, my dudes.
Reginald told deputies he and his friend were recreating a Japanese anime character as the one teen charged after the child.
They scared this little girl to death. She...
That's a nice meme. Oh shit. I think this guy is landing right where I am.
Then fuck him up.
Where are you at?
I'm here.
Are you here though?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a perfect roof landing, no big deal. I'm not going into that with you.
Murder house?
Outside. Yeah, no.
I'm running.
Did he get a pistol?
Yep.
I have one too. I think there's another dude out here with me though. Yeah, he's in this building right here.
Hey, you can protect me, right?
He's in this building upstairs.
You got him, right?
Yeah, I got him. Later, bitch. I got him, dude, don't worry. There was another pistol in the building that I checked right across the street from this. You got something?
No, I'm looking in here. Found one.
It's over here. Okay. Wow, thanks for the $2, Uday, sir.
Watch out, there's a guy over there that was chasing me, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm in my building right now.
Okay. We're gonna over there and hunt him the fuck down, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, hold on.
He's in Murder House, though. He probably has a fucking arsenal of weapons.
Maybe, dude. We've got an arsenal of beliefs, okay?
Plus, oh, I got a shotgun now. Do you need bandages?
No.
Okay.
Hey, boy! Hey, boy, where you going?
See him?
Yep.
I just thought I'd Do a pop shot, alright?
Where are you going, boy? It's coming right out here. Come on, come on, come on.
I'm going up here.
Pussy.
He must have went around here.
No, he's in here. Hey, boy.
Please don't die.
Shut the fuck up.
Later, bitch.
That dude just got... That dude gave up on life.
Absurd. Shut the fuck up, RNA.
You shut the fuck up. Don't tell RNA to shut the fuck up. He
You
looted
said
this...
my later bitch sucks.
It does. He looted
No,
this
he
whole
what?
building and he didn't find a single gun? What the fuck?
How mad do you think it makes the people? Should I say? Is that what
I
we
like
should be
that
doing?
one. I like one.
Alright, I'll try and do that, dude. Wow, now they're ha-haing me.
I can't believe those guys came from so deep in the blue.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't even believe it.
I couldn't believe how far we were in the blue still. I thought we'd be the last ones to fucking leave it, but... Are you ready to move on?
Nope.
You see a crate drop? I didn't.
Nope.
There were shots north, or west, sorry.
Do you need a 4X scope?
I don't have a thing for it, but yeah, I mean, I'd
I'll
take
pick
it.
up- I've got
Bring
it.
it.
Oh, lots of good loot in here. Hmm.
Is there another rifle?
Nope.
Thanks for telling me about this police vest.
Didn't know you needed one.
You didn't ask.
Cocker.
So you made an ass out of yourself because you made an assumption.
Nah. Here.
I just have a shotgun, by the way, so
14 in May, right?
13 in May.
Oh. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. I should go in first.
Yeah, boy.
Oi.
Looted, looted.
Okay. Should we check upstairs? I'm checking upstairs. It's cleared.
Alright. Fuck it.
Car. Dead body out here.
I don't even know if it's anything.
There was a choke on it. That was about it.
Nice. 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 Mim.
Nice meme. Is that a motorcycle pad? No, it's a bush.
I thought it was too. Oh, backup bot. You know where we're going, right?
Oh, I know.
Feel drawn
Yeah.
to it.
That's our house, dude.
Oh shit. People in the city? There's a good kill in here. We
Yeah,
can get
they
it.
have to be.
I can feel it. Oh! I see the guy directly north of me, behind this building.
Okay. He's behind it?
Yep.
On the left or right side?
He was on the right, heading left.
Okay.
Find a tree and take cover.
Oh, you see him, you see him, you see him, you see
Yep.
him, you see him? There's another dude.
Hate that.
I'm
Yeah,
not, I'm just hanging out.
Get cover.
I'm covered.
I fucking hate this fork shit scope.
Top, there's a dude up at top. Second floor.
Left building or right building?
Left building. There's also a dude by the dumpster, right building, complete north.
I'm
yeah,
shooting
you
him,
see
yeah.
Yeah. He
Wait.
just jumped over.
Shit, multiple duos here then?
There's 2 duos here, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah. Ah.
Shut the fuck up.
Multiple enemies. Maybe I shouldn't have shot him. Fuck.
You hit him, what, twice? 3 times?
Yeah, something like that. Ah.
I think when we shoot him like that and they're already hurt, I think we have to rush them at that point.
Yeah, but
it's
there's
too
so
late, I
many.
think, now.
Yeah, there's so many in here, I don't know.
There's 2 in the right building, I think, and then 2 in this one.
I'm going back up the hill a little. Fuck this. Chill there. You're fine, you're
okay,
fine.
yeah. Okay, there's a dude. You can see a bottom floor left window.
Yep.
He's shooting at you now.
Yep,
His
I'm
head's
fine, I'm
peeking
fine.
still.
Don't peek
Okay.
him.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just hanging out.
Somebody has to move. Somebody has to move eventually, right?
I mean, I've seen people just sit in the blue. Not give a fuck.
Shit.
Motorbike coming
Yep.
from the left.
Oh, he's rolling up in the wrong donger hood. Nope.
I think he's just piecing the fuck out. There's 2 of them though. I just
Yeah,
saw a guy go.
creeping,
Yeah,
yep.
He's creeping. He's going out the door. It looks like. Looks like he's running to me.
Whoa, why? Oh, you got him.
Later, bitch. I got shot. I'm good.
No! Yeah, just heal.
I'm good. Yeah. He's peeking top window. He's throwing a molly.
I got him.
Okay.
Careful,
I have to
careful.
run. I had to run.
Yep.
I'm going in. This is our building, right? He's
Well,
dead. Yeah.
Yeah,
killed
but there
him.
could be another duo here.
They're not in this building.
I'm running up as well.
Yeah. Good luck. That dude had a level 3 helmet. I don't think I fucked it up. We got blue fucked.
I heard a vehicle pull up over there.
We still have a vehicle, yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, there's a motorcycle outside front.
Okay. Okay. I need to do a rifle swap, okay?
What do you want? I have an M16A4 right now.
He's got a scar out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get his helmet and everything?
Yeah, I got his helmet.
Did you have a level 2?
Yeah.
Do you have any pain pills or anything?
No, not a single one. Okay, are you ready? Can you cover me?
Yeah, I'm gonna come with you, yeah. That's really close. I'm looking.
Okay. All right.
You got it? I'm gonna check this body too.
Do you have any boosters? Oh, that. Ooh.
Nope, I have nothing.
Okay. Maybe it was just one duo?
Maybe it was just one, yeah.
Okay.
I think we should just leave them though, if it is.
Holy shit, yeah, you got
What?
really fucked. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Ready?
Yeah. There's a buggy here. Do you want to take the motorcycle or the buggy?
Buggy.
Alright. Go.
Shut the fuck up. Wait, oh, can you undo your marker so I don't get confused? Thanks.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy. Nope. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. I'll plan. You ready?
I like it, dude. Yeah. Right over this hill.
What the fuck? Oh my god, we're gonna die. Come on.
Once. Just.
Are we dead?
Just dip. No, we're good.
I'm
we're good.
trying
Just
to dip.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. They're gonna fuck each other up now.
Yeah, okay. If we run into one more duo, we're fucked.
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
I think I'm gonna dip out here, okay?
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, right here. All plan.
Buggy down there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay down in this.
Hey, buddy.
Do you need bandages?
No, I've got 4. I think that's enough.
Right.
Oh, I
have
see somebody
31.
running down near that buggy.
Okay.
Do you have a rifle?
Yeah, I
Drop
don't have
the
a
4X.
scope.
Dropped one.
Got it.
Ready to run?
Where is he? Oh, to run? Yeah.
To the left, really far away.
I'm running.
Kind of near that buggy.
I need to bandage some more, but...
Yep. Rocks up here, maybe?
Yeah.
Did you just parallel park? Yeah. Alright.
If you need more bandages, hit me up.
Sure thing, my dude.
Got 31 of them. You hear that car?
Yeah.
I'm hiding.
Run. Approach it.
Approach
Did they
it?
just run out of gas?
Either that or they're done. I think we
Oh,
should
yeah.
just wait.
I want to kill him. Can we?
Alright, I'm running up.
Do you have scope?
Yeah, I have a 4X. I don't know where they are. I don't see the car. Oh, I see
okay.
it now.
They're directly
I see
to
it, I
the
see it,
east of me?
Yeah. Do you know where they got out?
They're right next to me. What do you mean where they got out? They're right in front of me.
Oh.
I'm gonna fire.
I can't see you. I'm third tree. Hold on.
I've lit, I think, both of them up.
One's
Knocked
down.
one down.
I killed him. I hit the other dude once, twice. You got him. To the left, there's 2 people, but we can't see him. Oh, we can see him.
What?
I can shoot him. I could kill
Can
him.
you really? It's up to you, dude.
I knocked one out.
Okay, you're totally on your own right now. You're really, really on
Yeah,
your own.
I know. I killed one.
Okay, you should come up here and loot, dude. Or you can chill.
Alright, I'm on the way. Can I bring this car up here?
No, extra
No,
8x.
yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
How many boosters do you have? None?
0.
Okay, I'm on this guy's body right now, okay?
Okay, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Car behind us?
Yeah, here.
It's just the one. It's just the Dacia that I killed. I think he stopped.
Okay.
Where's my body?
Loot the one on the
here.
left.
I'm looting it.
I might shoot this
I'm
guy.
popping that painkiller. Yeah, it's just one. I lit him too.
He's dead.
Okay, good.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm about to be.
Why is it that some red dots have... Oh, because that wasn't my 8x. Never
Okay, I'm
mind.
ready.
Okay.
Did
Let's
this
go.
guy have any?
No, I looted all, I think.
Let's go. Do you have any extra boosters or are you out?
No.
Okay.
I have 2 Red Bulls on me.
Do you see the guy up ahead, north 130, running behind the plane now?
North 130?
Or yeah, 330. Sorry.
Oh.
He's behind the plane. There's 2 of them. He's running directly at us now. He's behind that big tree. You see him?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Northwest. Shoot.
No,
or no,
not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, now.
I hit him twice.
I hit him
when he's
once
down.
or twice.
Okay. Well, that guy's probably dead. There was another.
Oh,
He's running behind it. Yep.
Okay,
I
charge.
hit him once. Okay.
I got the kill. Okay, so it's just his ally. Careful. He's not going to be resing anybody.
Alright. I have the 4x up. Do you want to go from the same side or different?
Same, so we can cover each other.
Okay.
Oh, wait, another guy in the back.
I see him.
I spammed so hard.
They should be running into each other, no?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the right side, don't.
Okay, knock that dude out.
Knocked him out. We're getting shot at from a tree, I think.
No, rock.
To the right. Rock? Okay, rock.
Double headshot. They're both dead. I got them both. I think there's one guy inside. I think the guy we were shooting.
Inside? Alright, I'm gonna run
have.
up to it. I'm gonna hang out. Right by this tree,
Hold on.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm grenading it. Can I just nade it?
Yeah. He just threw one out. Careful.
Yeah. I kind of threw it. I'm going around left.
What? I got shotgun.
No, you're good. I think I accidentally hit you. Just.
Okay.
It was pretty close. I'm getting in.
Okay.
Woo. It's alright, dude.
It's all good.
On my screen, he was still alive when I shotgunned, alright?
Yeah.
Do you have an extra booster or no?
I'm throwing out one right now.
Thank you.
We just killed like 4 fucking people. We should
Yeah,
be able
we
to
did.
find.
We should
Yeah.
be able to loot.
6 boosters here.
Sick. Alright, I'm gonna grab. Oh, I'm shot once. I'm running in this.
Yep.
I'm inside. Blue's 1 minute and 21 away.
Did you get all the boosters?
Yeah, I got 2. I got 2 of them. The 2 that were on that body.
Where were we getting shot? Fuck, I never...
This way, I think. Northwest.
Yeah, but I didn't see where.
I didn't see where. We have 1 minute.
You loot, I'll cover, okay? Good luck.
I already looted. We're good. I think
you got
we should
everything?
Just go. I got all the boosters.
Okay,
I mean,
if you got them all, yep, let's go.
I need armor. If
He had level 3 armor on him.
I'm gonna grab it, dude.
Oh, fuck, well, I'm not looking now. Hold on. No, I'm looking.
Level 3? Are you sure? He did not have level 3 armor.
Yes, one of them did. Scroll down.
All right, I'm scrolling again.
I got you covered. I got you covered. None of those were headshots?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
we gotta
I
go.
got
The blue
helmet.
is gonna fuck
Yeah,
us.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I think we have to take this.
Car. Yes, car. Oh, hold on. Get in. Go. I'm sorry.
You have a
Blue's
booster
coming.
running?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna have to fight. Get ready.
Yeah, no, I know.
Actually, no. I'm gonna park it right here. That damaged me? Okay. Heal. What do you... okay, just...
We need to get in the white.
We got time.
All right, I'm healing.
Ready?
All right,
Do you have bandages?
No, I dropped them. I just have first aids.
How many?
5. Do you want 1 or 2?
Nah, fuck it.
Okay. I'm popping another booster. We got 3 boosters going. We should be fine. This house, right? You want to push that?
Yeah. Good
Okay,
luck.
then we need to do it now.
I'm opening. Careful. Dude, that crate.
I don't think it's worth.
No, but it was close. Good to be...
Should we clear 2nd floor?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Go.
I'm gonna open and run past.
Yep. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm going. Cleared. I'm going in this room. Clear.
Alright, chill.
Minute 15. Yep. Do you want some painkillers or anything?
I've got 4 Red Bull. And 1...
I got 2 painkillers, 3 painkillers. Okay.
First aid. 1 first aid.
I'm gonna drop you 2 then.
Okay.
And a painkiller. We have 40 seconds.
Yep.
Should we start moving then?
Nah.
Okay. Hear those shots behind us?
Yep. Alright, let's go down. Get ready to move.
Alright. Wait, can't we just go out through here? Alright, we'll go down.
Why do you want to jump?
I just wanted to jump.
I know.
Looks danker.
Okay. Pop a booster.
I'm popping another.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh! I see a guy running to the west. You see him up there?
West? Yep.
Very far away.
I don't see him now.
Okay. Be aware of him.
Okay.
We're gonna run right into him, okay? We're gonna
Alright.
fuck him up.
Do you want to just hit these rocks and just stay here?
No, I want to kill him, because he's gonna kill us. Well, never mind.
Alright.
Okay, no, never mind. You're right. These are good. I don't like the high ground that he has on us. Careful to your
I
left.
don't either.
You should come back to me, and we should just hug the blue and wrap around and fuck him up, I think.
Okay.
Careful. Wait for the blue.
Oh, I'm hanging out.
Okay, ready?
Hug around to the left?
Yeah, don't shift run, though. Just...
Okay.
Crouch.
Do you see him anywhere?
Fuck. There! He just got up!
I see him, yeah.
Move!
There's a dude
What do you-
behind that tree.
Okay.
I'm knocked out. He's behind that tree. I hit him 3 times.
Okay.
I'm trying to crawl to you.
Crawl.
I'm crawling.
I'm not sure.
I'm down. Behind the rock, kind of.
Yeah. fuck that.
Yeah, there's 2 up there still. $15.
No way, right?
No, yeah, I think you have to run and lay down. Yeah, you see 2 of them. 3, 4.
Seven? How? From where? Do you know?
You just have to... Right there, right there. That's where you need to be.
Yeah. Okay. They're in. He's so in, dude. Can you see them?
No. I think he's at that rock, though.
Maybe.
You have 38 seconds. You see him. I probably wouldn't fuck with... Oh, I'd kill him now, yeah.
No, he's brave, dude.
Oh, yeah, don't fuck with him. Let him distract them, I think.
I'm sorry.
You have 18 seconds. I'd use that smoke now.
How can he see me? Oh! The peeking shit, dude. He was right there the whole time?
I didn't know he was there either. I
So
saw him the
bad,
last second when you
dude.
did, yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, I have to be at the airport in 34 minutes, so I don't think I can.
Okay, I'll play some solos then. Are you gonna come back and play then?
Yeah, tonight, yep.
Alright, I'll be on doing solos. It's been fun.
Alright, have fun, buddy. Be careful.
Good luck.
Alright, I'm hosting Mr. Moon. I'll be back in an hour or 2. Be careful.